Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
We have a little bit of a different recap this week. Chris, would you care to bless us with the lyrics, please?
Absolutely, I will.
Put them in the Discord.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Here we go.
I hope
Are you guys ready?
like Hamilton, or else this is gonna be super lame.
Everybody mute themselves so that we can hear it.
Okay.
I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. All right, here we go.
How does a boxer, sorcerer, ghost of an elf and a wizard end up in the middle of a blizzard with a paladin, bard and druid who has his crown again? Stumbled to an island that was lost but now is found again. The 10-towner shot collars without a collar, got a lot closer by way of a large boatser, parlayed with a large whale, partied in his barge, trailed by oxygen. He placed them inside of his hide's bubble. Gabar and Sanar start to have their heart-to-heart imparted. Words from Lady Mumbo as part of the two friends' barter. They made up quick as soon as we departed on this charter. Cannibalism's hard, but breaking them up is harder. And on the second day, the party picked up a song on the waves. They took a listen and heard the siren song that they played. These marrow and elemental foes, they stepped in the fray. It doesn't matter cause we put them away. Well then a bird came and found us. We said this shit's insane, man, hoping we could fight it until we get to the mainland. Gabar will teleport us, terror, go back once you came, man, and the 10 towns will be saved. What's our game plan? Meander to the Frostmaiden. Maybe we'll pander to the Frostmaiden. And there's a million ways we haven't won. But just you wait, just you wait. Back to the ship, still equipped, full of doubt and frostbitten. We wake up the third morning to the isle that's been hidden. We say our plan is find the codicillity split, but our body's getting sicker and he's getting sick quick. When we're on the isle, we'll die or we will be petrified. Frozen bones cold, a long rest will not relieve a side. Angajuke's a legend, but says stay and you'll regret it. We only got a day before he leaves us, it's poetic. We strap on up our boots, it's either be dead or restitute. And man, our head and lips are blue, but nothing is said or absolute. So yes, we're troopers, shooting any undead or frost witch, entering the dungeon and kill all we come across, bitch. So here we are, knocking on it from afar. Man, let's all be quiet then. This dock's made for giant men. We climb off of the bow of the ship, pointing to a new land. With you come, you can make this last stand. Now the song goes on, and I'll do the last verse, but in the adventure, I think this is essentially where we stop. I just had a few other notes of things that happened. Gabar and Valin worked together to bolster their spells to make them stronger, cook them kind of Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb style. And also on the second day in the ocean, we came across this mysterious psionic crater that seems to have some connection to the Illithids, but we don't stick around to find out what that is. Handed to the Frostmaiden. Coral's waiting in the winds for you. Yeah, she already knows our name, and our party is all in pain. The world will never be the same. The ship is in the harbor now, we'll see if we can spot 'em. The shore is full of frozen ships all sunk into the bottom. Our enemies destroyed, all Icewind nail is not forgotten. We got fighters to fight for it, martyrs to die for it, friends to trust with it, a plan to bust in it, and we're the snow drifters that got 'em. There's a million ways we haven't won, just you wait. What's our game plan? We all hammer the Frostmaiden.
Well done.
Why don't we let Chris just do the recaps all the time?
Cheers,
Literally,
guys.
we need to have a 2-week
yeah, man.
hiatus before every session. Just so that can happen.
Just for that every time.
Quit your job and set up a Patreon, and we'll just do that so you can write these full time.
That last verse needs to be the intro for real.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it could be.
Oh, cheers, guys.
Yeah, Oral's waiting in the winds for you is really good.
That's so good.
That's
Chris
really
is
good.
he's our resident bard.
Yeah. It'd be a lot
Dude,
better if
next
like
campaign.
yeah.
We have a bard already, but
Wait a second.
Damn. Okay.
It'd be
Mechanical
better if
bard.
my voice was actually good. I'm not an actual singer like Jay, and especially the high bits with that chick that plays Angelica in Hamilton. Like her voice is way too high for my register. Those bits are impossible, but
It was good.
I'm glad you
I
guys
love
got a
the little
kick out of
bridge
that.
too.
Yeah.
When you posted, when you started posted, like, do you all like Hamilton? I actually thought, like, has he not seen Hamilton yet? And it's just like, is he asking us, or?
I've never seen it, so
Oh,
Oh, man.
fucking incredible.
I've been wanting to see it in theater, not
You're right.
the YouTube version. So that's why I haven't got a chance yet.
Well, it's on Disney Plus, but yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's
All,
like the
all
greatest.
like lyrics and stanzas kind of like mimic the original like song by Lin-Manuel Miranda, kind of like as close as I could get it.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So once you actually watch it, Will, you go back and watch.
I
this
mean, I
intro
feel
and
like
you'll
I've
be
heard
"Oh, okay."
that song before,
Sure.
the
Sure,
you know,
yeah.
version from it. So super popular.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, oh, the wind sort of whips whoosh, whoosh, across, right? And we get the Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, right? And I kind of want to not retcon, but I want to take a magnifying glass to certain things that happened last session that maybe we didn't put as much focus on, and maybe even the party didn't notice as much, right? So we sort of get, instead of the wide shot that you guys got where the fucking eagle grabbed onto the side of the boat and ripped it up. Oh, I gotta play music again. Where the eagle ripped the fucking side of the ship up and you guys were all flung to the side of it. Instead of getting the wide shot where you see everybody, we just see Quintus, right? As Quintus tumbles, right, to the side of the ship, water's going everywhere. There's a giant bird. We're casting spells. We're doing all kinds of stuff. Quintus, we can see you like grabbing your arm, right, where you've been bit. And we sort of get this, all the sound sort of fades out. And we could just hear doof, 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 doof of your heart racing, right? And we, you know, you're like up on the side of the ship and everybody's casting spells and stuff. And you like look over at your arm and you can see that there's like the veins that sort of flow through where your bite is are black and starting to like crawl further in, right? As if this sickness is spreading. And your heart racing is not helping. Right. And we, you know, a little bit later, we resolve that. You guys get back on the boat. You started talking about your game plan, and you, Quintus, you tried to hide it, right? Because you did talk about the game plan and stuff like that, but it's getting worse to the point where your arm is almost numb, but also in like extreme pain, right? So it's like you can't really feel it, but there is this sort of shooting pain on the inside of it, right? and you can only just we sort of, again, everybody's talking about the game plan, and their voices fade out, and we just focus on Quintus, who's trying to pay attention, but all we can hear is doo 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 of your heartbeat. Right? We cut again, and we're at the dock. So I described it before. It's this sort of rickety, colossal, weathered dock. It appears to be built like to endure, but the wood is now gray and brittle, and sections of it have broken away and fallen into the sea. And at the back of the dock, there's a series of massive steps that are carved into this 50-foot high wall of like almost like sheer ice, right? And you guys do whatever you can to climb up off of Angajuk, say your goodbyes to Angajuk. And Quintus, you are pulling yourself up, right? And as you're like using that arm to pull yourself up, the pain shoots through you again, and you roll onto the dock. And this time it's not so concealed. You're like grabbing your arm in this sort of pain, and inside of you, you can feel this sort of hunger, like you're starving. And all of you guys notice this. Angajuk has already, dipped out, swam away. But you guys see now turn over towards Quintus, who is grabbing onto his arm and sort of writhing. And that's where we'll open up.
Sapphira is going to actually go down first. And seeing that Quintus is in pain, is actually just going to reach a hand down to him. As if to say, like, come on up. We have to climb this thing.
He's just gonna get up and ignore your hand and say, there's one way we're fixing this. Let's find a fucking Frostmaiden, or let's find a fucking Child of Oral and get the hell out of here.
That's what I like to hear. I will actually, since he seems like he's in pain, I'm going to use a couple of, I'm going to use 2 points of lay on hands on him.
Okay. As you stick the your hand down to give some healing magic, it washes over Quintus. Quintus, it's even more painful. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You are currently poisoned. As you try to put this healing magic, it seems that actually, why don't you make Sapphira, why don't you make me some sort of like a medicine check?
Okay.
But I'll give you advantage because it's like your magic.
22. I don't know about you.
Awesome. So you give were you down any hit points, Brendan?
No.
Okay. So
can I actually spend 5 hit points? And did I read that again?
Sure. Regardless. Because it would neutralize the poison. No, it's gonna poison him. So So you try to get this healing magic, and you notice that the wound, right, is like festering. There's like pus coming out of it and shit, right? And there's these black veins that run all the way down the side of his arm and are starting to come up his shoulder and onto his neck, right? And it's like necrotizing, right? And you try to cure it. And when you do, you can see the healing magic go into the wound, right? Like it's supposed to. And, it clears out some of this sort of pus and stuff like that. But the rest of the magic is rejected out of the wound, like a venom being pushed out of a wound.
Something's not.
And Brendan,
not working.
You like roll over in anguish.
What part of one way to fix this didn't you get?
I was trying to heal you from the pain. I'm sorry.
Come on, guys. Let's get a move on here.
Seems we learned that lesson the hard way. As Big
just
Smile said. All right, what were you gonna say, Brendan?
That he was just going to start following after Big Smile.
At this point,
Well,
Sapphira kind of just like turns away and just goes up the stairs.
All right. So this set of steps is built for a giant. So double check my things here. Each step is about 2 feet tall. So, this tall, and yeah, about that tall, and 3 feet wide. So it's not like you have to Gabar has to scramble over them, but you guys don't have to scramble over them. It's just a big ass high step, and then like a step and a half over the flat part of the step, and then another riser, and then another step. You know what I mean?
Is the shield guardian here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm holding onto that guy's back.
He will graciously sort of grab you and hold you onto his shoulders.
Going for a big ass piggyback ride.
Basically, just an escalator up the steps for you.
So you guys begin your ascent up the side of this cliff, right? And as you rise up, you can notice that it's sort of foggy, where you can't really see the top of the cliff, right? But as you begin to climb, the fog sort of dissipates a little bit. So it's a little easier to see ahead of you. That's going to take you 50 feet, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to climb up this thing. I don't know, something like that. After the first couple of steps, Quintus, you're feeling like lightheaded, woozy, and starving. You're starving. In fact, does anybody have any food on them?
Got a couple of rations.
I have a few as well.
Yeah, Quintus has 3. I'll just mark those off.
Yeah.
I've had
You
good
just-
berry prepared this whole time, so
You just start mowing down on everything that you have. As you walk, Quintus, you feel something with you, watching you. You wipe the crumbs off your mouth and look around. And you don't see anything, but you hear the rattle of chains. And a voice sort of peeks through the sound of the wind. You don't have to suffer, my child. I can help you. I can save you. I've heard you calling out, and I've been watching you. Let me help you. You have an eerie, sneaking suspicion of who this may be.
He's just going to keep that in his back pocket until it's his last option.
Okay. So, as you guys, ascend, you get a little further up, Quintus. The feeling persists that someone is there watching you. Okay. And you guys make your way to the top of the stairs. I'm going to pull you guys over to the map. I've decided to show you it all. So as you make your way to the top of the stairs, right, you sort of see this vast landscape sort of sprawl out before you. In the center, there's, rocky sort of, excuse me, these rocky sort of formations that surround the island in different places. Some of them look like giant claws that sort of stick their way out of the ground. And in the center of the island, you see this large, looming mountain. And near the peak of the mountain, you can see what appears to be a giant stone skull. Let's see if I have a handout for this. Yeah, I do. There you go. Sort of a vague idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough for now. So this is sort of what you see. I mean, you don't see the fucking Yeti and all the little things on the side, but you do see like this sort of landscape with a mountain, and at the sort of peak of the mountain is this giant like skull, stone skull that has like a crown coming out of the top of it.
Feel like Gabar would get a quick shiver down his spine. He's seen this once before.
You have seen it before.
It's never good when I fucking see these things.
When's the last time you saw this?
Shortly after I met the rest of the snowdrifters, after we met up with them, I had a dream one night and saw these things. I just thought they were crazy dreams at the times, but more and more of them have come to pass. And every time I see something from that dream, something bad happens shortly after.
Bolin will ask you, what else were in this vision that you had?
I saw Big Smile get attacked, which I'd seen when he went down in a fight one time. I saw this rough stone wall with a purple skull in the middle of it. That's where V found her crystal at. A snake inside of a bag lashing out. That's when Matthews was attempted to be assassinated the first time. Saw you in there, and we all saw what happened after that.
Can't say that's a bad thing.
It depends when you ask. And then I think at one point I saw Quintus's friend, but I don't know. Now this. So nothing ever good comes from. Boy, I figured that we all knew that nothing good would be coming from this place, anyways. So I guess that's kind of a.
I assume we're like kind of walking and talking during this.
I imagine you are at the edge of the island right now.
All right.
Just reach the top of the stairs.
At that point, I think Sapphire is going to take the lead and say, "Let's walk and talk about this. We don't have much time here."
Sure. So I will say, at the top of the stairs, there is what appears to be some sort of ruins, right? Of giant proportions. There's like a couple of pillars made of like marble or some sort of stone that have fallen over and crumbled. There's piles of rubbles around, as if this was once some sort of giant structure, or maybe decor or something that is fallen over. Now let's talk about, before we get too far, about what happens on the island. There's like effects, right?
We went over them briefly.
Yeah, let's do it again. So if there is any check to resist extreme cold, which is usually like when you get wet and stuff, it's 15 instead of 10. If you have resistance to cold damage, you don't on the island. So like Quintus, you're freezing. Oh, and Illican too. You guys are like cold as fuck. Oh, and you don't have like cold weather clothes on.
Yeah, literally, like, real bad.
Yeah, that is real bad. That means you're gonna have to make like contracts and stuff to like
Oh
not.
God.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that out.
Contracts or con saves?
Con saves. Everyone except for Sapphira. Sapphira, this seems fine to you. Whenever you don't have resistance or immunity and you spend a hit die to regain hit points, you only get your con mod. You don't get the dice itself. So basically, short rests only get you whatever your con mod is, times however many dice you want to spend. And you cannot get the benefits of a long rest if you don't have resistance or immunity to cold damage.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Do I notice everybody else feeling like or looking cold?
Yeah, I mean,
imagine, yeah.
it's supernaturally cold.
Yeah, Illiken will say like he's never felt this cold in his whole life. Like even the peaks of the spine, nothing compared to this.
That means we're getting close. Bundle up as much as he can. I can.
Safari kind of thinks back about like her powers and about like how exactly she has kind of grown and manifested during this journey. And she'll say, if you ever feel cold, get close to me. I think I can help out.
Yeah, so at the end of every hour, you need to make a con save DC 15. Those of you who don't have, so Illican and Quintus, you need to make a con save, which is a DC 15 at the end of each hour, or you get a level of exhaustion.
And if you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +3. So
yeah, speaking of which, 12 didn't pass that DC before, did it?
Oh, yeah, it would have.
So am I
What did you
not
get? 9,
poisoned
10,
then?
11, 12? No.
Okay, cool. Because Sapphira was the one who caused it, so.
Yes,
Oopsie.
that's true. Okay.
No, you fixed it, so.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are pretty good for right now. I can't remember how many. I think it's like 5 squares is an hour.
If I use my elemental discipline to like warm one person per hour, can they like have advantage on the con save or something?
Sure.
Yeah, I was going to
damn,
summon
okay.
an animal and have a boar out and just try and hug that for warmth.
Okay. That's a little awkward, but yeah, that's fine. So
I mean,
while
he's slumped over anyway at this point, so.
So while you guys are, getting prepared to, begin your sort of trek through this island, who has a passive? Oh my God, I accidentally clicked the fucking back button. God damn it. Passive of 16, I believe. 16 or higher.
Me and Illiken, I think.
Maybe just Silicon. Oh yeah, Brendan.
I have 16.
Yeah, I believe I got the 17.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Okay, perfect. So the two of you, as you guys are like, everyone's getting prepared to sort of go on this trek. You're getting your snowshoes on. You're like getting ready to go on this hefty trek. Illican and Quintus, you both notice that behind one of these fallen sort of pillars, you see the head, a tiny little creature, possibly made of ice, appears to be peeking over. And when you notice it, it ducks back down behind it.
You weren't here for the Chewingas, were you, Illiken?
But I did notice something peeking out there. A Chewinga, you say?
Oh, yeah. No. Remember, Illican is very familiar with Chewingas.
Oh, right.
He considers them like pests and rodents.
Yes, that's there. It's like we just have to ignore him. He'll go away, but if you give him a start, then he'll never leave. Like a fly
Okay.
buzzing around.
Well, I'm kind of shopping for anything right now, and last Chingawinga we met granted a magic boon to one of us.
Yeah, we are pretty desperate.
I'll just like try and kneel and confirm my suspicion that it is indeed a Chewinga.
Sure. So you go
Oh,
over
it's
to
called a Chunga Wunga.
the edge of this knocked over sort of pillar, and you peer over, and what you see, it's not a Chewinga. It is a sort of humanoid, teeny, small humanoid, made completely of ice, that has these sort of wings that come out of the back, with a long, crooked, sort of pointy nose. It's a ice method. And it appears to be that one of his arms, his left arm, is been like cracked off. So he's missing an arm. But let me show you a handout of what it looks like. And then he was gonna panic. Give me one moment.
Mephits are what? Infernal?
They're elementals.
Elemental.
So that's what he sort of looks like, right?
Supo.
Yep. And when you sort of peer around the edge, right, he freaks out, flies up the air. Hey, please don't hurt Sopo! Please don't hurt Sopo! Sopo, nice! And he flies up into the air. But one of his wings appears to be bigger than the other, and so he's flying kind of crooked.
Unless you rat us out to whoever lives here, you have nothing to fear from us.
Sopo not tell Frost Warden of intruders?
Better not.
No, Sopo not tell. Sopo not tell. Just don't hurt Sopo.
Tell who?
The Frost Warden. Sopo not tell Frost Warden.
Where is this Frost Warden?
I mean, I know where the Frost Warden is, but what does he call it? Fortress. Frost Warden stays in Fortress.
What is the Frost Warden?
You's not gonna hurt Sopo.
Not if you tell us what we want to know.
Make a persuasion check.
Fuck, why me? Why did I open my
said it.
mouth?
Gotta give him
Are we
guidance.
really going to trust
Sure.
the first creature we see?
Guidance.
Oh shit!
Get a D4 to that.
Do we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
time to shop around?
22.
Nice. Sopo said, yeah, Sopo help yous. Sopo not like other methods. Sopo outcast. That's why Sopo here. Watch Doc for intruders. Frost Warden is leader of oral children. Short, have glowy eyes, snowflake on forehead. Frost Warden make all animals talky.
There's your lead on one of the children of Oral, Quintus. What a powerful one.
Would, huh?
Can I like minor illusion a silhouette of a halfling like this size?
Small, bigger? Little, bigger?
A gnome. Dwarf.
He starts to like mimic with his hands. He doesn't really, he mimics sort of like a square. Sopo don't know. Sopo just wants to help.
Leader of the Frost, leader of the Children of Aura.
Sopo helpful. Sopo tried to help last intruder. Woman.
Woman have
What
ore.
this?
Sopo no remember. Swam to cliff and climb up. All wet. Froze
Oh,
quick.
that's pretty-
No time for Sopo to help.
That's pretty determined. You didn't see who this person looked like?
Pro solid, like they're still around.
Not far.
How long ago was this?
He tries to count on his fingers, but he's unsure. Sometime.
All right, we can confirm. We can see what that is on the way out.
So we know the wardens in the fortress. Is there just a single child of Oral around here? Maybe
Oh
that can-
no, lots and lots of oral children. Got eyes all over island. Talky animals. Oral children go to giant catacombs and fortress. Catacombs far north, fortress center. And he sort of points up at the giant skull on a mountain over there.
What was the other thing besides the fortress?
The giant catacombs.
The catacombs.
How do people get into the fortress?
He mimics like walking with his fingers.
Just one entrance?
He shrugs. Is Sopo being helpful?
Yes, but you could be more helpful, so we might need to ask you more questions later.
Okay. Sopo wants to help.
Good. Then
Why
come with
does
us.
people want to help just because the other methods are?
There's no like Sopo. Sopo outcast. And he sort of flutters one of his short wings and his little fucking fucked up arm.
Can I insight this?
Yeah,
this
make an
guy,
insight
this
check.
Sopo.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sapphire just doesn't really trust elementals, honestly. So she's
fine.
kind of
Okay.
naturally cautious.
That's fine. I'm gonna message you in the Discord.
Okay.
All right. How do you feel about going to the fortress, Sopo?
Hold up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sopo says, Sopo will take use, but Sopo no want can get caught by Frostwarden. Use no want to get caught by Frostwarden either. Frostwarden freeze you or give you to the Frostmaiden.
All right.
Let's just head there and see what happens then.
We needs to be careful. No want to encounter oral children or talky animals. Other than oral children and talky animals is all on island. Oh, and bitty brittle bones.
Well, maybe you can help us steer clear of those.
Skeleton?
No, bitty brittle bones? No, bitty brittle bones, Icewind. Live on crash ship on island.
Which way is that in relation to the fortress?
Sure. So he'll sort of point in the almost directly west of here, like in a straight line.
I know we only got a day, but maybe we go there first, eh, Quintus?
Listen, I'll take my chances with the loner witch than the leader of the children.
Do I want to cast this right now? I think she's going to. Sapphira, not entirely convinced on the words of this little guy, of this teeny little guy. He's going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. He needs to make a save.
Charisma save.
Okay. Yeah, charisma save.
Yep.
No way.
Fuck.
He
Oh
saves.
shit. Okay.
What the hell was that, Sapphira?
I'll say I just want to make sure that you're being truthful with us.
Spell on me! Ah!
No, hold on,
Screaming and flying in a circle.
God.
Hold
All right,
on,
let's
hold
move
on.
away from
It's
here. You
not
can
a
explain
bad
it later.
spell. It's not a bad spell. It's literally just we want to make sure that you can stop circling around us for a minute.
He stops.
Okay, thank you. Listen, we just want to make sure that you're we're trying to help you out as well. If you need help with
Sopo said Sopo not like other methods. Sopo outcast. That's why Sopo here. Other methods no want have boring job watch doc.
But why else?
Sopo's supposed to tell Frostmaiden when Frost Warden when intruder come.
But why else are you
Sopo
here?
not telling. That's why. That's why Sopo here.
That can't be the only reason, right?
Sopo shrugs.
This isn't getting us any further. Let's just take what he has to say and make haste.
Well, let's just continue forward. We only have so much time left. How much time has it been since we arrived in the island?
30 minutes.
Okay. We got 23 hours and 30 minutes left. Not that
That's
Sapphire can really
generous.
count, but
That's generous.
Two things. One, I have this locate object and scroll that we can use to find what we're looking for. Do we want to use it now or wait till we get closer?
We should, Valen will say, we should wait.
And what we use? You want to find the cortisol?
No, she wants to find the fucking orb.
Yeah, but I want to find the cortisol.
Well, we can cross that bridge when we get to
You're
it.
the
But
one
for
We'll
casting
right
burn that
now,
bridge in a little bit. And
Yeah.
two, Sopo, this Ice Witch, she's an elf.
20
No.
no. He tries to think. Children oral call hag.
Great.
Fuck me.
well then.
We've dealt with the hag before. It's no big deal.
Think she'd be able to help you? I thought only a child of Oral could.
Well, whatever a child of Orlov could do, I'm sure a hag could do as well.
Well, Biddy Brittlebone, not child of Oro, but handmaiden to Oro.
That could be bad.
So she's still complicit.
But if you want to get rid of this little curse, might be a good starting place rather than trying to convince.
Insane cultist. Yeah.
Chains rattle in the back of your mind, Quintus.
All right, fuck it. I mean, we're trying both regardless, but
Which one do you want to try first? Whichever one we should get a fucking move on is freezing.
I guess the ice switch, it's closer than Betty Brittlebones, was it?
Less climbing.
Well, lead the way, Zopo.
Sopo take you to Biddy Brittlebones?
See, we're riding with us now, team.
For now, yeah.
Oh, we're going to trust this thing.
I'll kind of whisper over to V and say, for now. We follow its direction for now. We
Nope.
I
should
mean,
keep an eye
you
on
guys
it.
And
could
I'm saying
fucking
this out
blow.
loud.
You guys could blow this thing away in a New York minute. Like it's got like 5 hit points or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically it has 21, but it has 11 in armor class. Like you could fucking blast this thing.
The only guide we have to move out on the island right now. So
Yeah, I'll take my chances with the method.
I'm gonna keep my
Um,
eye on him.
Sure.
If it is a trap, we fight our way out and just go to the fortress.
Sounds like a plan. So Poe, lead on.
So we'll show you the way.
Hope this hag is worth it.
Do you want to see Last Intruder? Oh, no,
yeah.
remember.
Yeah, is she close?
It can be on way.
All right, let's make it quick.
Okay, Sopo lead. You follow?
Mhm.
All right. Sopo begins to lead the way. Okay. So as Sopo walks, cool. Notes. There we go. Okay. So you guys don't walk, but we'll say you finish that 30 minutes. So what is it? We'll say like right here, right? Go ahead and make those con saves, please.
That's
wanna-
just those two, right? Or is
Those
that
two.
everyone?
Mhm,
Yeah.
No, just those two.
You get a
Because you
plus
guys have
3.
you guys have coats on and stuff. Like all you guys need is a winter coat and you'll be fine. But neither of you have that, so
Does my boar help?
yes, you have advantage. But I mean you passed, so it doesn't matter. And then the same thing with Illican. What is it? Big smile, you're helping Illican.
Illican, if you don't have the clothes, I can make what you have a bit warmer.
And you get a
With the
plus 3.
hands. Put it
I
on him and
appreciate
you're
it.
Yep.
If things get bad, you could just turn into an animal more suited for this climate, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yes, I'm thinking of doing just that. We'll see if Big Smile helps me get by.
come on, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys do not want levels of exhaustion. Like, I'm just gonna tell you now.
Oh boy.
You have advantage. You have advantage. You have
I
advantage.
know.
Unamas. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
All right.
But
You guys
Big Smile, I must thank you. I was teetering on frostbite, but you saved me.
Old trick I picked up fighting up north. There's some pretty shitty places we've fought, and good to keep warm before a fight. You'll be all right, kid.
At least I can feel my hands now.
in the distance, you guys can see what appears to be 2 giant statues, right? They're very similar to the guys from fucking Lord of the Rings, right? When they got their hands up, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So they're these 2, like there's this sort of rocky sort of precipice on either side, and there are these 2 statues, these sort of they appear to be like made completely of ice upon closer inspection, like a giant ice sculpture. What do they look like? Do I have a handout? No. Really? I do. It's somewhere. Hold up.
So is there like a little canyon or something there?
Not
standing on the other side?
necessarily. One side is this sort of rocky, sort of not a mountain, but like, you know, a big rocky hill. The other side is just a same sort of thing, but it's smaller. But it is sort of like a canyon, but not really. It's a lot more open.
Yeah, the rock formations don't like rise above us. It's Got it.
Okay. So they both stand there with their hands sort of furled out like this, and they're facing each other. So they're like mirror images, right? One hand faces this way, the other one faces the other way, but they're facing each other. And they have what appear to be feminine sort of shapes but everything about it is foreign. There are like these sharp sort of ice shards that come out of the breast and out of the side of her head like a fucking mane. They kind of look like this. And between the two of them, between the two of them, there is another sculpture. It sits closer to the ground. That is shaped like an icy sort of diamond. It's like a quarter of the size of the other two. And it's this sort of like icy diamond shape. It has these intricate fucking snowflake kind of pattern stuff going within it. This is not a great example of what it looks like, but I'll sort of just send you this anyways. Sort of like that, but more blue, not as translucent. It's not glowing. And it's got more cool like script on it, like sort of carved into it. But that's what you see like in your path ahead of you. Suppo's going to like try to lead you around it.
How big was this one?
It's probably the height of a person. Maybe a little taller, 8 feet probably.
And the other ones were just massive.
Yeah, like 18 feet probably.
So more like giant size?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Do you guys want to make religion checks?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Gabar. This is one of these feminine sort of figures are no, you don't recognize it, Sapphira, unfortunately. But these feminine sort of figures are one sort of depiction of the Frostmaiden herself. You've seen other depictions with the sort of owl crown, owl mask thing, right? But this is a different sort of version of the same deity. I will say the diamond sort of shape in the center you're not sure, even with a 26, you're not entirely sure, but you think using context, this is also another depiction of the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, I know. I've read texts of different forms of the same deity in different aspects, and this just looks like just hubris on her part to me. Putting statues of herself all over her island. No, I've never heard of a god trying to look like a diamond before. That's a little strange. Geometric, almost biblical in nature.
Suppose it's a nice reminder to whatever intruders as to remind them where they are.
I mean, I have read some stuff about Lathander just being a ball of light that can't look upon.
One day we can yank all these statues crashing down, but today is not that day. We gotta keep moving.
Yes.
I need someone to do the math for me. How far can you guys walk in an hour? Okay, no, I'll even put it to you this. If you walk like 2.5 miles or like 2 miles in an hour, how many feet is that?
2.5 times 5, 280.
About 10,000. 11,000.
In an hour?
5280 feet per mile, 2 miles per hour. Yeah.
You said 2.5 miles?
Yeah.
Oh, 2.5.
13,000 miles.
1,000?
No,
Or
feet,
1,300
13,000 feet. You mean,
Feet.
right?
So you guys could cross the whole fucking island in an hour.
At 2 miles an hour, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's how
no,
fast
quick
people.
enough.
That's how fast people walk, right?
Yeah, like roughly, I feel like, but it's also, in inhospitable snow
Yeah,
hellscape.
So maybe like difficult terrain type of thing.
But
maybe.
yeah, this thing's like barely over a mile wide.
Okay, so you guys can make it all the way across in an hour.
Yeah. Also extreme
All right,
cold.
so
That,
you won't
like,
have to make another check for a minute. Okay, cool. Then we won't worry about it. We'll just move to the next thing then. So you guys trek through this fucking terrain. You get to be like you have to go around this big rocky sort of thing. This is one of the things that the statue is like attached to, right? There's like another one like on the other side. But as you guys are like walking around this structure, I need everybody to make perception checks.
There we go.
Oh, sorry.
oh,
13.
20. Okay.
Okay, so Sapphira and Illican, both of you notice that the side of this mountain over here is riddled with caves. And I need both of you to make nature checks.
I'm a little worse with those. I'll give myself guidance in this one.
Okay. Yeah, probably not.
Nah. 8.
No. Okay. But you do notice that there's like a bunch of rock, not like natural, or they're not like carved out caves. They're very natural sort of holes in the side of this. You can see them sort of a little bit, right? But you guys
Yeah.
make your way around. And as you do, get to be about right here. And you encounter the next thing. Boy, I got a lot of fucking notes up here.
Fun.
Before you, in this sort of desolate landscape, right? The wind sort of sweeps across it, blowing up snow and stuff, and it looks just barren and empty, right? A beautiful sight sort of greets you. As before you, you can see a grand assembly of ice sculptures in a larger than life scale, in a sort of garden almost, right? There's like elevated ice platforms, right? I mean, this thing it's all made of ice, and they're like smooth, oh my god, you know what it's like? What is it, the Frost Witch on the Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe, right? You know how she's got like a fucking garden or whatever, right? Oh no, but hers are all dead people, right? All right, but forget that. But they're like these smooth, sort of beautiful ice sculptures that are all like, it's like a garden where there's like platforms and a path that sort of leads through them. There's like trees, beautiful, elegant, like elven looking trees made completely of ice. Let's see if I have like a little handout. I do. Right here. Oh yeah, icy bridge. Yeah, that's dope. That sort of is what greets you. And as you get closer, you can see that these sculptures are completely faithful to their subjects, right? I mean, bears, elk, saber-toothed tigers, wolves, yeti, remorhazes, white dragons, and other creatures of the north. No mortal hand could create such wonderful works. I mean, it's obvious that they're not like, they're sculptures, right? Like the deer is like 3 times the size of a person. Like there's no way that it's a real creature that's been frozen. It is an ice sculpture. And like even as you guys walk through it, there's like flower beds that are just delicate, intricate flowers that are made completely of ice. None of my notes. Is there anything you guys want to do here?
What about these ones, Scabars? More odes to this deity? Or are these just her toys?
Seems like she cultivates a garden of ice sculptures in her free time when she's not busy spreading misery on 10 towns.
Can I scan for any interesting items?
Sure, yeah. Well, what are you looking for?
I don't know, something that seems like its only purpose is not just to be a sculpture.
It seems like all of it is just art. Do you touch any of it?
Hey, don't touch any of this shit.
I'm not touching a thing.
I won't touch it.
Yeah.
So Sopo will say, Sopo always wanted to knock it over.
I'm willing to put gold on the fact that these things can come to life.
That's a theory I'm not really willing to take right now or to test right now.
Just move on. Is the hag around here, Sopo?
Oh, just a little further. Do you want to knock it over?
Sopo, if you're bullshitting us.
I'm gonna
Sopo
insight
always
Sopo
wanted
again.
to. You can make an inside check.
All right, yeah. Hold on.
He really,
Six.
he really thinks it's a good idea. All right, so you guys start making your way through the
Well, I mean,
garden.
if he says it's a good idea, I mean.
No, damn it, we're moving. Keep going.
Sopo, lead the way. Sopo, lead the way. All right. As you guys walk a little further, Illican and Quintus, both of you guys sort of notice a shadow coming from high up in the sky, like something big is flying above you.
Bark. Villain, can anybody cast illusions? Wait, everybody has minor illusion, right? From the potion, remember?
We do,
Everybody?
yeah.
Let's make white squares above us real quick.
Okay.
All right, you guys do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sopo will, if you note, bring it up to his attention. Sopo will say, "Oh my God." And all of you guys like do your little illusions or whatever. Some of them are more rudimentary than others, but you guys can see through them, right? And you see this giant fucking white bird fly overhead, right? And as you watch it soar effortlessly across the island, it sort of opens up its wings and lands on top of this giant skull. And sort of you watch it as it disappears over the top of the skull. That giant skull island thing, or that giant skull fortress thing on the top of the mountain.
Oh, man.
It just lands there silently and fucking sort of ducks in where you can't see it anymore.
Good call, Quintus. Not a bad idea if that happens again.
Sopo will say, "Big bird is Iskra. Iskra, Frostmaiden's pet. Frostmaiden ride Iskra when leaves fortress to cast spell."
Can you repeat that last part?
Frostmaiden ride Iskra when
Well, yeah,
frost.
yeah, she does it every day.
Mm-hmm. She
She
casts
leaves to
spell.
do it.
She makes cold and pretty light.
But she does it every day and she leaves her fortress to do so?
When she makes pretty light.
Where does she go, Sopo?
And he sort of points just like to the ocean.
Do you know when she does this? She does it the morning, the evening.
Nighttime. When you see pretty light,
Yeah, like we can see him fade and come back. Like those are on a cycle, right?
Right, I just
Yeah.
didn't realize that she had to
Or-
leave her fortress to do that.
Or did they just, like,
yeah, that
that
is
was
a new
her-
piece of
That
information,
was her
isn't it?
cue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, that's
She,
cool.
the lights are the curse.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was like feverishly
Okay,
taking notes on
okay.
that because that's big.
When she
Yeah,
leaves the island, she has to
we knew
leave
that.
the island to cast the spell, right? The lights are the spell, and she rides on the rock to cast the spell.
Gotcha.
What time of day is it?
Morning, early morning.
Only got 24 hours.
Well, we know what our window is to go inside the fortress when she's not home now. Look at Sopo being helpful over there.
You want to go into fortress, right?
We're gonna have to.
I think we might have
Why do you
to.
say?
That Frostmaiden lair.
Hence why we're gonna go when she's not there.
Oral children there.
Rather
You don't have
take
to
our
come.
chances against children than a fucking giant bird in the maiden.
Sopo shrugs.
Gonna whisper down to Gabar. He knows too much. If he tries to leave, fucking kill him.
Jesus Christ.
Sure.
We got magic missile.
Yeah. Magic missile. Why are we trying to kill him?
He knows too much. If you see him try to leave,
Oh, yeah. In case he's trying to rat us out. Gotcha.
Follow Sopo. Follow Sopo. Last, what does he call him again? Intruder this way.
I have an
Anyway.
idea to
Okay.
get Sopo on our side.
Well, Sopo's gonna lead you guys to like here. Is there anything you guys want to do in the meantime? Actually, I think there is something that happens. No, just that throughout your trek, you've noticed a lot of giant ruins. So this whole place is sort of scattered with what used to be a giant building that is now crumbled into ruin. And there's just nothing left, right? Same thing, like maybe a watchtower at one point that's just completely fallen over and crumbled into nothingness. Nothing worth salvaging. I mean, there's literally, it's just barren. A lot of these pillars that have fallen over, random giant sculpture where its head is like all cracked up and stuff, so you can't even, like, the features are gone. But Sopo says, last intruder somewhere over here, and he has led you to the another edge of the island, right, where you can sort of see the edge of this fucking sheer cliff that like descends in nothingness, sort of fog below. But he's led you near the edge, not like to the edge, like push you over Baldur's Gate 3 style, but like, and he's just like, sort of look around, like, I don't really remember, but somewhere around here.
Yeah, if we look around, do we see any frozen people in the ice? No.
You see a bunch of mounds of snow. Why doesn't everybody make an investigation check?
start.
Valin will help Gabar. Oh, well, never mind.
Ooh.
4. Yeah, baby.
Should we just stop now?
Yeah.
I think X-File found
There's
something.
no
So-
need to.
So as everyone is sort of looking around,
Quint is hunched over a boar.
yeah, big smile, you notice a sort of mound of snow, right? And what appears to be like a stick coming out of it, right? But upon closer inspection, this stick is not a stick at all. It's a frozen hand grasping up.
Hey guys, I think we found her.
Actually, you know what? That is not what you see. I take all of that back. It's been a while since I planned this session. Actually, as you guys are investigating and looking, you don't see that. You see
Hey.
a tiny white ferret.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like a real life one?
It looks like a tiny white ferret.
Does it see us?
Mm-hmm.
Hey buddy. How we doing here? Does it speak?
It sort of chitters at you.
We should kill that thing, right? I'll whisper over to Quintus.
Big smile. As you look at it, you notice it has collar.
Yeah, it hasn't spoken.
How far away is it?
It's almost 2 Big Smile's feet.
I'll
Oh,
lean
so it's
down.
close.
Well, I
And-
mean, it is somebody's pet. I mean,
Yeah, I'll lean down and speak to it in like beast swing. Say, so who do you belong to, little guy?
Yeah, as you lean down and like put your hand out, it'll crawl up into your hand. And as you lift it up, you can see sort of there's a metal sort of plate on the collar, the sort of leather collar, and on it it says Zelenor.
Zelenor. Who's that?
Valen will say, Zelenor? I know that
Elaborate.
name. That's Nas Lantimir's familiar.
is who's familiar?
My
Sure.
old apprentices.
Why would
Lantimir's.
she just leave her familiar behind unless she's never left the island?
Do they disappear when you die? When the wizard dies?
Yes. The weasel will sort of squirm its way out of your hand and drop down onto the ground and begin scurrying through the snow away from you.
Do we want to follow it? I'll say back to the snow drifters.
Not just any ferret. Know something.
Well, we have.
I'm just gonna say if I was in trouble and the only way I could find people was by sending Grim out, I'd hope that something followed Grim.
Go quick before.
Very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Follow the trail then.
Only a couple, maybe 10, 15 feet away, you now see what I described before. As you thought it was a stick, it is a frozen hand, sort of in cupped, reaching out of the snow. Let me show you a handout.
Oh, we got some up here, guys.
Valen will say, son of a bitch.
Are you sure they disappear when the wizard dies?
I am certain, Valen will say.
You're telling me this person's still alive here?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, Big Small will drop to his knees then and start dusting off the snow and trying to
Awesome. So you dust off the snow, right? And you're starting to reveal a corpse, but as soon as you touch it, the wind sort of picks up, right? Big smile. Nope. Elican. Make a charisma save.
Oh,
Interesting. Where is it?
Awesome. I'm gonna send you something.
Is Sapphira there?
I'm here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm here. I would give you a +3.
man, that
Plus
is so
three.
clutch.
No,
Oh, shit.
Who is it? Illican.
Illican, I'm going to send you something. It's a blank character sheet. Why don't you go and fill that in for me?
Do you see at the top of your thing? Do you see that?
My inventory.
Yeah, at like the top of your notes section where your character sheet would be.
Journal.
In your journal, yeah.
Oh, my journal. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay,
be, like,
I see
right at
it,
the
but
top.
it's like blocked off for some reason. I don't know why, but I
It's okay,
managed
hold
to
up.
click on it.
Here, hold on.
That's so weird.
Is that better?
No, but it's fine. I'm looking at it. Like I was still able to click
You can
on it.
read it and everything.
Yeah, I can read it. Yeah.
Okay.
What
Don't
the-
like.
What does
Okay.
it say?
What does it say? Yeah, I want to know.
No, don't, no,
No secrets
no,
amongst friends.
no. So,
Jay, why don't you describe what happens to Illican?
Nothing happens to Illican. The wind picks up for a second, and Big Smile, you continue to unbury this corpse. And as you do, you will see a female, wrapped in the sort of furs and stuff like that, right? And as you're unwrapping this person, I think it was either Sapphira or Gabar, but I can't remember because it was 50 fucking sessions ago. You encountered a mysterious figure on the first session when you were entering the bar and they were leaving. This is that mysterious figure.
I'm gonna double check my notes.
I think it was Sapphira because I was
It was
already in the
Sapphira.
bar.
Yeah, it was Sapphira. Okay.
First roll of the campaign was an inside check.
Bumped into this character. And let me show you a handout of what they look like, but they are super dead. Let me find a handout. They're an NPC. Nas Antimir. There you go.
Oh, I remember this chick. Damn.
Oh. Anyways, that's her. You can see her backpack, her staff.
And is this
She's
Valin's?
Frozen stiff.
Who's Valin's assistant that betrayed her?
This is her.
This.
This is now. Oh shit.
Yeah, Valin will start digging through her shit to see if the Professor Orb is there.
I want to start digging through her shit to see if her spell book's there.
Yeah, grab the spell book. She's fucking dead. Let's go.
You get to the spell book before Valin does.
Alright.
There is a spell book. The pages are sort of frozen together, but yeah, you get it.
All right.
The only things on her body are spell book, staff, just a regular quarterstaff, an empty potion vial, and actually I think 2 empty potion vials, and that's it. Where's my orb?
Oh, you think a powerful magic item like that was on this island and no one scooped it up?
Gods be damned.
This still doesn't make any sense, though. Why is her familiar here if she's dead?
You see the familiar has climbed up the leg of Illican, and Illican is currently petting it.
Does that mean she's still alive?
Look, and why?
What do we
Who
know
was
about
touching
magic
that?
jars?
I don't know. What do you know about magic jars?
Oh my god.
What about
Make an
some black
arcana.
ropes?
Oh my
We
god.
do know a little bit, actually.
Not a fucking thing. Never even heard of that. Is that whole magic honey? There's magic cookies
Wait,
in the
but-
magic jar.
11?
No.
Okay.
There were 2 of that other wizard, so maybe there's 2 of this one.
Well, if you-
Valin will shake her head and say, whatever that guy, Zan is an
was
illusionist. He's an illusionist. Like Gabar, Nas was a diviner. Wasn't too good to divine her own death, though.
What was the most powerful spell she could cast?
I'll start flipping through her spell book.
Awesome.
Trying to get any idea of what she
Illican.
could have done.
Illican, you see Gabar flipping through this spell book.
Yeah, Illiken will say something like, yes, maybe there's an answer in there about why this is happening. But the familiar seems quite fond of me. I suppose I'll let it stay for now.
Where is the handout for this? Well, maybe it's in books.
Yeah, I guess Illiken will kind of like he'll sit with Gabar as Gabar flips through the book.
You read the thing, right?
I read the thing.
Okay.
What are you doing, Illiken?
dude?
You can't read, can you?
5 minutes.
Can Illiken read?
Yeah, Elkin can read.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever seen him read before. They just have all their hieroglyphics back in the powers. All right, so we
Is
got
this-
Thunderwave, Tensor's floating disc, Find Familiar, Detect Magic, Melf's Acid Arrow, Detect Thoughts, Cloud of Daggers, Counterspell, Clairvoyance, Tongues, Arcane Eye, Divination.
I'm gonna look at not Kabar, Illiken, and just kind of like assess him for a little bit.
Illiken will say something like, Gabar, I think I don't know, maybe you missed something. There has to be something else in there. May I see the book?
As long as you promise to give it back, there's some juicy shit in here that I'll need to make sure that I get my hands on eventually.
Oh, of course, of course. I'm curious why this familiar is suddenly sticking to me.
Inside check.
Do you know how to read a spell book, Illiken?
Oh, I have some experience. I've known some mages. Inside check. What's someone gonna do on me?
Yeah, I'll insight.
We don't do insight checks on the other player
PvP.
characters.
That's right. Ah, damn. Okay.
All right, and I'll hand over the spell book. This is mine, though. All right, you're giving this back when you're done looking at it, for whatever reason.
Yeah, Illiken will take it, and he will flip through the pages with a speed that is not characteristic of a Goliath. No, I can't seem to find anything useful in there, but I don't know, maybe I can hold on to this book for now, lighten the load on the rest of you.
Illiken, I need those spells. I found it on this fucking corpse. That's mine.
Valen will say, "There's no need to hoard all the knowledge."
What
No,
use do you have for it again?
I wouldn't exactly call it hoarding. And you'll see Illiken again gives a very uncharacteristic look to Valen, almost like a slight grimace.
Illiken, can you even use that? Like, Gabar can at least learn the spells from it.
You don't know how to read spells, Illiken.
What spells are in there? Can someone remind me?
There's like divination, arcane eye, detect magic.
Melf's acid arrow, Tensor's
Melf's
floating
acid arrow.
disc. Ah, there we go.
Oh well, I think I can be of use. I don't know why, but reading this spell book makes me, I don't know, it makes me feel different than usual. As he will, hold on, I don't even know if I can do this.
Does Illiken's voice sound the same?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I will say perhaps his cadence is a little different, but it is his voice, unmistakably.
I can concur with that.
But nonetheless, Illikin will try to prove his usefulness. He seems very attached to this book all of a sudden, and he will cast some like low level spell to satisfy the wizard's like Melf's acid arrow. Cast it on a rock or something.
Totally.
You cast Melph Acid Arrow.
Yes, it
Yep.
seems a new powers has risen
Can I
within me.
cast Detect Thoughts?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so we
Okay,
all just
okay.
watch Illikin cast a spell he's never cast before.
This is, I'm gonna look at Quincy and be like, this is a chance situation,
All right, just
right?
tell me if it's a success. This is a funny scene.
I'm gonna turn to Flynn. Do all you fuckers all you fuckers able to do this?
It seems, but Illikin will say outwardly, it seems Aurel has blessed me. My understanding is much greater than usual.
You cast detect thoughts, okay? And what you bear witness to is a war. There is two consciousness battling for control. And it seems that the foreigner is winning.
Yes,
Alright,
and
can
I feel like you'll hear like a feminine voice say something like, "That bitch Valen, she's not getting my spell hook."
Can I dig deeper?
Yeah, what kind of save is it?
That's gonna be a wisdom. Let me double check. I'll post it.
It's a contested intelligence check.
Well,
Intelligence
that's to
check.
kick him out.
Okay, now
Oh,
now
no, yeah, it is a wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom save, and then like you can try and kick him out with contested intelligence checks.
Okay, you use your wisdom, Elegant, for a wisdom save. You're muted,
Oh,
Will.
boy.
He's rolling a 5 for that.
What am I rolling? Sorry, I was just
It's
Nothing.
okay.
He rolled a
You-
5.
Yeah, he uses portent. You know, you guys have to make this last all day. You
Yeah,
don't get
I
a long
needed
rest.
that.
All right, so he rolls a 5, and you can dig deeper, right? So what do you want to know, V?
Oh no, what can I do if I?
You can like read their mind, like a pages in a book.
I will. I gain insight into reasoning, emotional state, and something that looms large in his mind. I'm specifically targeting the entity that is
I understand.
trying to take
I
over.
understand.
So
I understand. So like,
I
what are you
want to
trying to
know
figure
what
out?
she's doing. If her intent is ill-ridden or
Okay. All right, let me give you. I got it. So you dig into her thoughts, right? And you start getting flashes of someone else, right? Not Illican, a woman, freezing cold, right? Swimming, nearly drowning in the water, right? You can see from their eyes the fog and the edge of a cliff face, right? They pull themselves up to the edge of the like rocky surface and drink 2 potions, a potion of healing and a potion of climbing. They then start climbing up the face of this wall, right? You can feel the sting of the cold. They're fucking freezing to death, right? As they're continuing to climb. And the only thing going through their thought or like through their mind is, I'm the best wizard that there ever was. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna find Yithrin. I'm gonna find the Codicil. I'm gonna beat all of the Arcane Brotherhood. I'm gonna be the best.
And
Right.
definitely not Valen.
Yeah, definitely not Valen. And she like climbs to the top, and by the time she makes it to the top, her consciousness is fading in and out, right? And she can barely see what appears to be Sopo sort of flying up towards her as she dies. But her spirit lingers.
so
And that is why
without her own will, I'm assuming.
no, she's good. She's good to go. Like, she's still here. When she dies, some time passes, but you see that she awakens again.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she didn't physically do anything to make that happen.
No.
It just
Happened. She was just really fucking determined.
yeah.
Yeah, like in the Kratos situation.
Yeah, and she fucking Yeah, like a Makrita situation. She really wanted this to happen and her body stayed behind. And now, as you're reading into her thoughts now, you can see now, right? She targeted the weakest willed person, right? Jumped into their mind so that she can go find the codicil first. She's been waiting for a body. Here it is. And now he can try to force you out.
Yes.
Is that how that works?
Intelligence check.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember you see your intelligence is now higher, right? Illican. So just
yes,
keep,
my
like
intelligence.
write down what your number is currently, and then just change it to the new number. So you can go back to it when she leaves. If.
Yeah, she wins. That's terrible.
Yeah, but that's yours. Oh wow, yeah. I think her bonus is higher than that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure.
Okay, so she beats you, and you get
That's fine.
pushed out. Right now, Illican, you know that V knows.
It's her. It's her.
Yeah, I think Nas will kind of drop the act at this point.
Yeah, Q Quintus. Can all you fuckers do this?
All right, now no need to be so unfriendly.
Oh fuck.
Listen,
Oh,
it seems I've been cast into this body somewhat against my will, right, Jay?
How about I take it from here? If you're gonna let Nas take control, I can take
Yeah,
control.
yeah, you can. All right.
Yes. I thought it would go a lot longer than it did. So
Yeah, it's because he's a druid. Like
Yeah.
how can I like role play like wanting a
I
spell
understand.
without being weird?
No, it's totally fine.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, the least likely person to want a spell book.
I think instead of how Illican or like how Geo played it, I think she goes for a more desperate route, right? So she'll say something out of Illican's voice, right? Something like, "Listen to me. I am so close I can almost taste it. I was the first to divine the location of the codicil. I was the first to reach the island."
And the first to die. Congratulations.
Volin will cross her arms and say, "I see you have gotten what you deserve, Nas. Don't listen to this old hag. I know where to find the codicil of white. Help me possess this windbag, and I shall help you find it." And Volin is like, "Possess me? Are you delusional?"
You know, Illican, if you hold real still, I think I can knock her out with one good punch here.
Quintus and Gabar immediately doing mental math.
Whoa, okay, just hear me out for a moment. Now, Nas is right. She knows the location of the cortisol.
Volin is like, "You can't be serious. Let's
Just
end
wait.
this foolishness once and for all."
How does that work? If we kill Nas, does that kill Illican too?
No, I'm certain there's a way to push her out. Hold up. See what Volin can do.
'Cause I got nothing. I got Dispel Magic. I don't think that'll do the job.
I could
you
cast
need
Speak
like
of Dead on her body.
This is the kind of shit you need a priest for.
Maybe pull her spirit out.
hmm.
Hmm.
Let me double check here.
Come on, guys,
But-
we got to get her out of.
I
Illican's body.
bet V could do it. We can fucking make some shit up for V to do it. If it's like if you got time, you know, it's not in the middle of combat, we could do like a fucking exorcism.
Is Illican himself able to repeat saves or no?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Illican is no more. Naslantamir is now
There is
Illican.
no Illican.
Yeah, I do know there is a D&D gimmick of beating the ghosts out of people.
What
I
level?
could.
is this?
Is it possible if
Nas
I
will say,
cast-
I will leave your friend be. Let me possess Flynn. She sucks anyways.
It's two good arguments.
She
for
does, but that doesn't give you an excuse to do this.
Listen, you don't show up and fucking body snatch one of us and expect sympathy.
I didn't have any other options.
Yeah, you could have fucking died like everybody else does.
I'm this close. I can reach the codicil.
Where's the orb?
You see Illican sort of shake his head. I couldn't stop her. A burr hag. It stole Professor Scant off my corpse. I knew where she went. I knew where she went. I can help you get it back. Just help me possess this old wench.
Sopo's still here, right?
Yes.
You know where the hag is, you said, right?
Sopo knows. Sopo help.
And then
This
your
is very
argument.
strange for Sopo. Sopo having fun. Valen will say, let's get this ghost out of her. Or get this ghost out of Illican. Let's end her spirit once and for all.
I agree. V, get in there. Do what you need to do.
Illican's gonna
I'll walk
run.
up to Illican.
Illican starts running.
Shit.
Vortex warp him right back to Sapphira's. Like,
Illican!
right in front of Sapphira.
Where'd he go?
At that point, I'm gonna try and grapple Illican.
No, he didn't mean for you to run, Giovanni.
He's like, oh, I'm not playing. I can just go.
I just sneezed like 5 times in a row. I got my nose.
All right, I need, what is it? A con save? What is it to save for Vortex Warp?
Wisdom?
I think it is a con. Yeah, it's a con.
On save, okay.
Con save Illican, DC 16.
Oh, all right, sorry, I got it. Con, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's a fail.
All right, you fail. You get Vortex Warp back to Sapphira. Sapphira, you're gonna try to grapple.
Yep, I'll
Illican?
do an athletics
Alright.
check here.
Contested athletics or acrobatics, Illican?
Can I give myself guidance before this?
No.
Okay.
Do I still have my 19th strength score? I guess I
Yes.
do, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
your body.
The only thing that changes was your intelligence.
Damn, I got an 8. I got
Oh,
an 18.
no. Oh,
She's
no.
running. Illican's dipping out. They're heading towards the center. They're heading towards the center of the island.
Oh, I didn't want to have to cast spells.
I know. I'm like about to start burning all my spells right now.
Hold on,
so-
Jay.
Yes,
I got a question.
Yes.
So, do I have a pretty good idea that when I cast Speak with Dead, it brings the spirit of whoever owned that body into it and
With
allows me to talk to them,
with
correct?
the burning of a spell slot and a successful check, I'll let you do whatever you want.
All right, as Illican is running away, I will run over to
The
her
corpse.
corpse
Yep.
and I will say, just to myself before I cast spell, you could have took it from the beginning. You didn't have to take Illican. And I will.
Valen's got a decent charisma, man.
I will put my hand right over her frozen face,
Yeah.
close my eyes, and I will try to pull
The
her
spirit.
spirit into the body.
Okay.
Burning a
spell slot. Yep.
spell slot.
And then I need a check. I'm gonna make it fairly
Sure.
simple because you are, but like one of your like, oh, maybe like a spell attack roll, right?
Sure. I got a thing just for that. Is that a success? If not, I have
I don't think
inspiration.
so. I don't think so.
All right,
Let me
I
look
will
at.
burn
Wait,
an
before you
inspiration.
roll, but let me check I want it to be her spell save DC. So let me pull up her
Oh, shit.
character sheet.
Damn.
Because we are sort of making this spell do something that it's not supposed to do, technically.
All right.
Okay, you need to beat a 14.
All right. I
You have a
burned
fucking
an
plus
inspiration.
8. Okay,
I know. Come on. Come on.
come on.
All right.
Okay, all right. So here's what happens.
All right.
You you call to the other side, right? And you're like, put this bitch back where she belongs, right? And you rip the spirit out of Illican. Illican, you sort of tumble, right? Because you tumble into the snow, and the spirit, you feel the wind whip, right? And it gets into the body, and the body lifts up off the ground, right? Like in the fucking Baldur's Gate 3, right? It's fucking exploding above the ground.
I'm thinking more of the Dungeons and Dragons movie where I just walk away without asking a question. And now
Just gonna walk over
Stuck
there.
there.
I just
that
exist now.
bitch is stuck there.
Sure. I'll say here, I'll give you this. I'll say because you were using the spell a little differently, here's what you're actually going to do. Instead of putting it in her corpse, right? You summon the spirit and bind it to that place, right? So now her ghost is standing before you. I like that better. All right, so because I have a handout for it, so why not use it? Where is it? You see Nas Lantimir's ghost bound to the spot where she was, her spirit was bound to. And she like cries out in anger.
That was unpleasant.
Illican's off in the distance.
No, he came back.
Yeah, if Sapphire's still knocked down from him, he'll give her his hand, something like that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Back up. Yep.
No.
Yeah,
Yep.
we got you.
Hey,
Okay, my internet just like cut out for a second.
I'll kind of
All
say
right.
like you're back in control.
I think so. I don't believe words can describe that type of discomfort, but you all figured it out quickly, which was good. The feeling of helplessness was like nothing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I mean, we've
Nasty.
never seen you with a book.
Nas Lantimir is cursing out Valin. You old hag! You only ever got in your position because of your family name. You didn't learn magic until you were 80 years old. And she's like really just like roasting her. And Valin is like, you were my apprentice. They're going back and forth, spitting cat fight.
All right. Guys, you want to go?
We don't have time for any of this.
Let's just we are going to freeze if we don't do this quickly.
Well, don't just leave me here. Says
Listen, what
Nas
happens to you
Lantimir.
sucks. If we can knock out a Frostmaiden's handmaiden and take him here, you can possess him. Whoopee, but unlikely.
You can take care of your apprentice. You have the guts for it. I know it.
I think Valin wants to kill her.
Do we want to leave this spouting corpse that will definitely out us at the first chance it possibly can?
Oh yes, I'm ready to leave. The
I'm just
quickest
saying-
notice.
I will want to leave too, but we're also leaving a loose end here.
Valin will take her hand out and say, I should have done this a long time ago. And she will summon some green energy, necrotic energy, and fucking shove it in this girl's face. And she starts screaming out as she casts Blight at
Oh my god.
what is it, point blank range, and just starts sucking all the life energy out of this fucking spirit. And she's screaming out in pain, and this fucking, it necrotizes into nothingness. And Valin will sort of close the magic. And then she will take her other hand, and magic will sort of curl from her fingertips to the corpse, and she will rise it up like a puppet on strings. And she's gonna animate her fucking dead friend.
Oh,
That's 2
Burn
spells,
all
but
spells.
she's definitely worth it in her eyes.
Burn him.
Just for the message it sends.
Yep.
I guess Flynn's not here to mess around.
I should have done that a long time ago.
Murder.
All right.
Don't fucking start pointing fingers. You guys were about to leave her to eternal damnation. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, you're damn right I was.
Yeah, like what's worse, eternal suffering or death?
Well, we're still no closer to this hag. We're no closer to the fortress.
And she didn't have my orb.
Listen,
Well-
we're going to the place where it is right now.
Let us not waste any more time.
Yes.
Illican, spellbook, please.
Oh yes. He's been like holding it this whole time, I assume, and he's still been in shock. There you go, Gabar. There you go.
Thanks. Yeah.
By the way, when
Backing.
when Valen kills the spirit, the familiar disappears. It just pops out of existence, as familiars do. All right. Well, that ended a lot faster than I thought it was going to. I thought that was going to last a long time. I wrote a whole sheet for it and shit.
I was ready to stick it through,
I know. I believe
but
you.
As soon as you made Illican pick up a book, it was all over.
no, because it was like I was trying to be, because I knew everyone would get suspicious immediately. So that Jay, that's why I knew she was.
I know, but I had to push it because that like
yeah, you
it
had
is
to push
core
it.
to her being that she needs that spell book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every wizard needs their spell book.
Right.
Now let some other like wizard just be like, "What's this book got in it? You know, this is mine now."
Yeah, that shit's like a part of their body.
Yeah. All right. So we continue forward.
So we do.
All right.
Up for lost time.
Nope. You guys continue forward. You get, maybe 10, 15 minutes away. And I guess, let's say 13. Who has higher than a 13 passive?
Not I, good sir.
Big Smile, Illican, and Quintus. You guys can see that maybe like here on the map, there is figures moving through the snow. As you guys get a sort of a good look at it, you notice it before it notices you. There are two giants. They stand at like 21 feet tall. So they're fucking huge, right? But their birth, I think that's the right word, is like off a little bit, right? They're not making smooth strides. Their stride is
Their
off.
gait.
Their gait, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Is off a little bit.
A bit like NASA's.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, you got the vague idea. But there are two of them that are sort of walking around the side of the mountain, and at their heels, maybe at like at knee high, probably on these guys, are a big ass wolf. I think it's two big ass wolves, all white. And you've actually seen Illican transform into one of these before. It's a winter wolf.
Yeah, we talked to some of these guys before we killed them.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So there is two, let's just call it like it is, undead frost giants with their fucking helmets and shit, and two winter wolves making their way like towards you guys. What do you want to do?
Illican, I know you're just back, but you make us a bit more hidden.
But of course, I
Hmm.
keep the pouch ready just for times like this. Everyone scatter off over there, and he'll find like a little crag or something where we can.
Sure, you
kneel
guys
down
wanna-
and he can spread his ash.
Oh,
at
you want to
everyone's
use the
feet.
pouch?
Well, yeah. Like it's just flavor for how he casts
Oh.
Pass Without Trace.
I got you. Okay. All right, so you
yeah,
get
we'll do
this,
that.
spread this ash out around, and yeah, a sort of
If
shroud.
it helps,
of
actually,
light.
if it helps you save a spell slot, I can cast Pass Without Trace.
You
I'm
can
pretty
do it
good on
just-
spell slots. You're more limited, right?
No, I think she can do it for free.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I can do it for free once.
Yeah. Then sure, Sapphira
All right.
will hold her arm out and let herself do it.
All right,
Yep,
so you guys
sounds
are
good.
enshrouded as
And
Yep.
kind of how this looks actually, it's kind of the same thing where I'm like kind of tossing some dust in the air, except it's like kind of this crystalline powder that will kind of mask itself within the snow and kind of help. Like it almost looks like kind of a snowfall in itself.
yeah, sure.
as I'm passing through.
Yeah. So you guys want to hide? They get closer, so everybody make stealth checks with a +10. So just make stealth checks and we'll add 10 top.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
White as snow.
Wow.
Oh, Quinn. Oh,
Wow.
fuck.
I got 11. Can I give myself guidance as well or no?
That's still pretty good.
His guidance concentration is pass without trace concentration.
Yeah, they're both concentration.
They're both
They're both concentration? Okay,
That's
that's
right.
fine.
Yeah.
I always
The
forget
boar-
guidance is concentration.
The boar got a 25.
Ooh, stealthy boar.
Go more.
All right, so you guys feel pretty good. I mean, that's good enough. So I mean, it's still an 11, right? And how, anyways, so you guys see these sort of giants get closer, and they're in the distance, they didn't look that big. Up close, they're fucking huge. They are huge. This is sort of what they look like as they sort of drag like one of them has a great sword, the other has a great axe. They like drag on the ground beside them. However, the winter wolves, which are just dire wolves, right? They're huge. They're like the size of a person. Why don't everybody make them an insight check or nature, whichever is better for you.
Like regular wolves, except more dire.
Okay. I think it makes sense for Illican and Big Smile, but mostly, yeah, okay. Oh, V, you can definitely get it. Okay, so V, Big Smile, Illican. You guys can tell that the way that the winter wolves are moving, it seems too careful. Not careful, like particular, right? Like they are choosing where they move. They're examining the area. It's not like two dogs on a leash, right? They're sort of leading the zombies, it seems. And I'll say Big Smile, you can tell these aren't wolves. They are, but they're actually druids. So it appears to be two wild-shaped druids leading these two zombies.
Are
on
they
a sort of
passing us or
wall.
still approaching?
They are they are currently at your location, basically passing by you.
Okay.
You guys want to let them go?
If no one else is moving, I won't move. I'll stay still.
Yeah, before you guys like ducked and cover, Sopo made it very clear that you should hide from these things.
Hide, we will.
All right, so you guys hide in your little rocky crag as they slowly, these giants take these sort of wide sliding steps, and the wolves sort of search the area, snarl at each other, and they slowly make their way past. Okay.
Illican, did you notice how those wolves were moving? That wasn't natural. That was no beast.
They were walking with purpose. And druids, I would say, using the same techniques that I use.
I wonder what they're looking for.
Could just be a patrol.
Sopo
More
will
of
say,
Carl's eyes.
Sopo will say, they are to report to the Frost Warden if intruders.
There you go.
Are there a lot of intruders around here?
No, but the Frost Maiden can't be too careful.
You've slipped past at least one patrol then. Hopefully we won't be too encumbered until we get to this ice witch.
You guys ready to continue?
Lead the way, Sopo.
Okay. You wait a significant amount of time for them to get past you, and then you continue on your journey. As you're sort of following the coast, I will say, you get a source of light from this little alcove here, as if it's some sort of camp or something, encampment. You're not entirely sure because of the distance, but you could definitely see like torches illuminating a campfire, illuminating a sort of arrow area at the base of the mountain.
Sopo, what's that?
Sopo think that children oral camp outpost.
That's good to know. They won't be hiding in the shadows.
Very,
We know where to go.
very, very dangerous. Okay.
We'll keep our distance then. Let's keep moving.
Awesome. I think when you get about here, I need those checks for the cold.
Anybody who's kind of near me, 10 feet, gets +3.
That would be Illican needs to make the check, and Quintus needs to make the check.
Quintus, yeah.
Success.
Good,
Success. You guys are good.
Hey, there we go.
All right. You know, make your way to over here. And I will describe to you what you see. So you can sort of see the edge of the cliff again, right? You've been sort of skirting around it this whole time. And it's very reminiscent to like the shores of Ireland, right? How it's just these just like huge cliff faces. And it's foggy down below, so you can barely see it. And overlooking the enshrouded sea of moving ice stands an eerie sight. A small ship is stranded on the land, on a cliff that's like 50 feet in the air. It's a small ship. The bow is pressed firmly into the frozen snow, while the stern looms slightly elevated over the edge of the cliff. The ship wears scars of time. Its hull is dilapidated and covered in chilling rime of frost and snow. The single deck seems mostly intact, leading to an icy cabin located towards the stern. So over the edge of the cliff is a cabin. I have a handout. Locations. Here it is.
Looks like that sky terror almost plucked one all the way out of the sea.
So Bo will sort of point at it and say, "Where Biddy Brittlebone live."
Right.
What's the plan?
Well,
Beat
last
this
ti-
thing until an inch of its life and get it to teal Quintus.
I was just gonna say that the last time we met a hag, that's kind of how we got our way with it. But this one being the handmaid into oral might not just be some common
Yeah.
hag.
Oh, what was that? The Ness said a were hag.
A burr hag. Yeah, you guys want to make checks, see if you know what that is?
Yeah.
I'll allow Arcana, maybe history. Feeling lucky. Holy
Ooh.
shit, Quintus. So
Hey,
Quintus,
hags and devils love making deals, so that's similar.
you know exactly what a burr hag is, right? So almost all burr hags are fiercely devoted to oral. They're basically like ice hags. If there's a sea hag and a green hag and a night hag, this is an ice hag, right? They love despair. And they are well known for eating people. They love to eat people, more so than other hags. They're extremely powerful, and an important thing to them is their staff. Their staff is sort of like an extension of their power. Because you know that like hags have weird magic, right? So like the way that how all of you interact with the weave differently, as does a hag. But they are extremely powerful.
Okay.
But they can't. It can be reasoned with.
Would they be powerful enough to be like the patron to a warlock or something like that?
It's possible. It's possible. That would be a cool warlock. I could see that.
Thinking of multi-classing?
Armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
You got no idea, Will.
Let's
All
go
right,
make
so
a
what
deal with this chick.
What do you want to do?
Hags like to make deals, do they not? I know that much about them. Let's hope we don't get coerced into a bad one.
Okay. Okay, we have demands though. 2 big demands. The orb and me. What do we have to offer? They like eating people. I know you just got this new pet, and I'll turn to Valin. But
I don't know if she'll want that, Valin will say. Maybe she likes them fresh.
better than one of us.
Kind of
Good present.
leftovers.
It was on ice.
Maybe we offer not to kill her when we take down the Frostmaiden.
Gonna say probably values its life, right? Why don't we just knock this thing down?
It might be difficult. And we have other things to attend to.
Although I will say, if this thing is loyal to the Frostmaiden, us barging in and then leaving her alive after might work against us in the long run.
That's true. So, I mean, I'm willing to bargain with every magic item I have. I mean, I don't know what weird shit a hag's gonna want. If we can steal her staff and hold that over her, maybe.
Yeah, but if we bargain with her, she gives us what we want. We let her live. What's to stop her from just bringing all hell in the warden down to kill us right here and now?
Make sure that that's part of the deal.
Not
It's a
willing
lot
to
to
trust
demand.
I'm not willing to trust a hag.
Hags can't break their own deals.
Very true.
Oh, that's like an actual thing.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
If we make a deal, it's gonna be sealed with magic.
All right. Well, I guess that does give us some more options.
Yeah,
then.
we learned that the last time we dealt with the hag, that like even they can't break their own shit.
I'm not willing to trust them even with a deal. Ice are just fucking evil.
Yeah, I'd say extenuating circumstances change things.
Long as the deal is worth it.
Oh,
Otherwise,
the
Especially
deal
with
is to
somebody
save
who's dealing with
Quintus's
the
life.
Frostmaiden.
Okay, or we just let Quintus fucking succumb to the lycanthropy and he kills us in our sleep on the next full moon.
Fuck, now that you say that.
Yeah, that's not a good
Quintus
option.
Quintus hears the rattle of chains in the back of his mind.
Maybe she's like the goblin witch and hungry for power and eager to take over when we usurp the throne.
You know, you guys aren't like killing the Frostmaiden, right? Like you're just
Yeah.
getting her book. There's no fucking way you're gonna kill a god.
If we threaten the Frostmaiden, she's just gonna laugh at us. And
Did you
stop
see that?
taking it
That's her
seriously.
pet, her dog. Like her dog is the rock.
I can take it.
Yeah, it's like
You would
seeing
not
Cerberus
only-
and being like, we can take on Hades.
Yeah, exactly. And even though you don't fight the Cerberus, you fucking play a song and make it go to sleep.
All right.
Man.
We'll make a deal.
All right, well, you guys want to go check it out?
I mean, I'm fully open to part of that deal being we don't kill you and you fix me. But do I know if they can be charmed?
Oh, yeah, with a natural 20. I'd say it's probably difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to cast any spell on a hag, but like, are they straight up immune?
I'll take it.
We have to at least make sure that she is not able. She will not charm any of us.
Yeah, she is.
She's immune.
She's immune. Okay. We need to make sure that she is not able to, but like that she does not charm any of us.
Okay, well, I can handle that. We just gotta stay close together.
Yes.
Scatterleaf bag. We only have 2 uses, but
This is probably
I also
worth one
have
of
the
them.
aura of protection if anybody wants to stay near me.
yeah, and if anybody else has protection from evil and good prepared.
I do actually.
Sonar.
Spell slots. No, oh, does he have that?
He used it on me once before.
Yeah, Sonar will do it. Hostile commands are there.
I was more saying do it for Quintus since he'll be the one doing the talking.
Yeah, but you still commanded it.
Yeah.
Protection from evil and good.
Yeah. On Quintus.
Yeah, man, he's got it. He'll do it.
Cool.
Do we have maybe?
Fucking- He fucking sticks his hand out, says Sanin Mumbo, protect us from the darkness, and you get washed in silvery light, and you feel good.
All right. I know this is kind of a group thing, but I'm going to pull out the Orc Stone. I am fully willing to trade this.
So
we could throw in something to sweeten the deal as well in the beginning, a entrance offering, if you will, and Elikin will look at the zombie of Nass.
I can use our Watcher's Will, or at least my feature, which is Watcher's Will, give you guys like wisdom advantage of wisdom saving throws if you guys need it.
Okay, yeah, if things turn violent, that'll probably be good to
Yeah.
have in your back pocket.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
no, I
do have
honestly,
protection if you will get.
I completely forgot about the Orc Stone, not gonna lie. So if you were to trade that, that's worth it.
All right, you guys want to check it out?
Yeah.
Do it. Go in.
All right, so there is sort of wooden ladder built into the side of the ship. So you guys sort of climb up, and when you get to the deck, it sort of creaks underneath of you, and the ship sort of shifts ever so slightly, right? And you guys have to make your way. So it's at an incline, right? And where you guys need to go is back here, and you entered at the front of the ship, right? And there's like a sort of crack in the floorboards or whatever, it's slick with ice. As you guys climb up, make your way to the top of the deck and start to walk towards this cabin, you hear this audible pop. And appearing before you, in front of the door of this cabin, is this sort of glowing blue orb, right? Made completely of magic. It's not like a tactile thing. It's like spectral. And it looks like an eyeball. Here. And it just sort of appears in front of you.
This belongs to the resident here. We've just come to talk. If you do us no harm, we will do you no harm.
It does nothing.
right then. Is there like a hatch or something up here?
Yeah, so
or-
there is a door that is sort of coated in ice or whatever, but as you approach the door, the eye sort of blinks away. Pop! Blinks away. Like the popping of a balloon. And you can approach the door, and as you do, you realize it's fucking frozen shut. Right? So you have to like...
I'll just
Come
knock
on.
first.
Yeah, sure, no problem. You knock, nothing happens.
Yeah, and then I'll try forcing it.
Yeah, force it. And...
I'll help force it open. Actually,
Yeah, it scrapes against the deck because it's coated in ice, right? And as you sort of look inside, the interior is shrouded in darkness, illuminated only by the dim light filtering through frosted windows. And like, you know, the windows have holes in them, cracked glass and stuff like that. The air is heavy with an eerie stillness, broken only by the faint clinking of hollowed seal bone wind chimes hanging from like the sort of rafter areas. The cabin appears to be abandoned. Its furnishing sparse and draped in a thick layer of frost and ice. There's a large rusted cauldron that sits in one corner, its metal surface glazed with an icy rime. A small table nearby, adorned with a collection of strange rocks and crystals and bone-carved figurines. The most striking thing, though, I mean, there's two notable features, but the real striking thing is the wall to the right of you holds a gruesome sight. You can see 3 humanoid corpses are frozen to the icy surface of the wall. Their faces contorted in expressions of pained horror. And they're just sort of like frozen against the wall, like you know, like Spider-Man, how he fucking shoots dudes against the wall. That's what it looks like, but they're frozen.
Like
Right.
Han Solo.
Yes, just like that. Yes. Just like Han Solo, that's right. In the back of the room is a solitary chair, like a rocking chair. And seated in it is a gaunt, hunched figure, seemingly lifeless. They are completely frozen in ice, right? As they're like sitting in this rocking chair. The rocking chair frozen to the deck of the ship. The only thing is, one of their eyes is open, and it is glowing blue. And beside it is the glowing blue eye that you saw before, right? Ice covers this figure's form entirely, and its pale blue skin peeks out from the frost. Icicles hang from their frostbitten fingers and frame their frozen face, and leaned against the figure's knee is a gray, gnarled wooden staff. And resting in their lap is a black orb. Let me see. Let me get some handouts going. I'll do her in a second. Where is the... Where is it? I wonder if I had a handout for it. Probably do, right? Maybe in magic items? Oh, no, I don't know where it is. I'll find it in a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's this sort of black orb, right? Like a crystal ball. And as soon as you guys enter the room, there will be a little teeny light on the inside of the orb goes up and down, right? As a voice comes out of it. And the orb will say, well, very well then. It seems someone has come to rescue me. Hello, welcome. And was that clear enough? Did you guys hear what it said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And as soon as that happens, this blue eye that's floating zaps the shit out of it with a fucking like a lightning electric shock.
Witch bolt.
Yeah, like a witch bolt. Yeah. And the orb will say, oh, I'm being quiet again.
Please help me.
And the other eye on this frozen corpse sitting in the chair will open. And as the other eye open, it also glows blue, and another eye appears on the other side, a duplicate of the other one. So there are now two eyes sort of floating next to it. The ice cracks as this sort of corpse sitting in a chair begins to animate and break the ice around it. And she looks like this. Fucking Bitty Brittle Bones. Where is she at? Come on, Bitty Brittle Bones. Where are you at?
Bitty Brittle Bones.
Bitty Brittle Bones. I can't find her handout.
Bitty Brittle Bones.
God, there's like 1,000 million fucking handouts at this point. All right, there you go.
Can't wait to rhyme Bitty Brittlebones in the next Hamilton rap.
All right, so there's Bitty Brittle Bones. And she says, well, we have company, do we? And as she says that, the ice around her mouth cracks and breaks away, falls away into her chest. You know, stuff like that. Like she was literally frozen to this chair, and then she pulls herself free to speak to you. What do you want of old Bitty Brittle Bones?
Well, you are being direct, so I'll do likewise. A cure to lycanthropy.
That is all you wish of me?
Well, if we're putting everything on the table, that is a fascinating orb you have there.
The orb will say,
Madam Harpel, is that you? I am not programmed with emotions, but if I was, I'm sure I would be elated to see you again.
Also not
and
programmed.
Bitty Brittle Bones will say, silence to it, and another zap on it, right? And the orb will sort of mumble. And she will say, let me have a look at you, dearie. And she will sort of crack and stand up. And now you will see that she's like big. Like you didn't really notice in the chair, but she has to hunch over to stand in this room. Like she's like this a little bit bigger than Big Smile.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like she's big. You didn't really notice because she was like sitting in this chair, but when she stands up, she's got this sort of, and her back is hunched over and stuff, but she's real frail and brittle. And she says, step closer, dearie.
I know it might be a little late now. Could I put a blink back spot on the roof?
Sure.
But yeah, I'll step closer and, show the wound.
She studies it. And you can feel as her hand gets close to you this, I mean, it's fucking cold. You're like dying of cold right now, right? And just her hand being close to you is emanating even more cold to the point where it stings your, it's like when you touch an ice cube, it sort of stings your flesh, and she's not even touching you. And she sort of examines it. You are infected, cursed with lycanthropy. That is certain. This type of lycanthropy is old, pure, primal. A common remove curse would have no effect on such an affliction.
Once we come to someone like you.
I would be more than happy to help you. But this magic is far too powerful for old Biddy. But I know how it can be cured.
Please tell us.
What's in it for old Biddy Brittlebones?
We noticed you had an array of frozen corpses as we walked in. And, maybe a small gift, but thought we could add one more to your fine array.
No, are you talking about? Do you motion to the zombie?
Yeah.
You'll say, I have no need for more corpses. If I needed that, I could just add you.
Fair enough.
I do have something in mind, however. On this island is a pesky ice troll. Its heart could be of great value to me. Perhaps you bring me this ice troll's heart, and I will tell you how to cure your affliction.
Where? Where is it?
Last I saw it, it was in the Garden of Death.
Would the
Just-
other inhabitants of this island be mad if we carved out its heart?
I don't see why they would be.
Does he travel elsewhere?
I have told you what I know. Telling you where to find it and how to kill it was not part of my arrangement.
If you want this heart as soon as possible, then I suggest you tell us. Because otherwise, if we spend too much time here in order to search for it, then we're going to freeze and you're not going to be able to find it.
I was just fine here. You don't want my help?
We
Very well,
do
then.
want your help.
We'll accept.
Yes?
Yes.
I will tell you how to remove this curse from yourself. If you retrieve this ice troll's heart from me.
We know what we have to do. Let's get out of here.
Valen will sort of, my orb?
You want to make your own deal? Be my guest.
Fuck.
There it is.
Oh, get hung out to dry.
Yo, I just want to let you guys know that this orb will help you guys exponentially. But okay.
One
Let's-
massive favor at a time. We can.
Let's see. What does she even have anything to give back?
Got a pro.
She does, doesn't she?
What's your
Okay.
appetite for a bag full of old dead dogs?
Valen will sort of step forward and say, Miss Brittlebones, that orb that you possess, it's mine. I wish to have it back. And I think actually the orb will speak up at this point. And he'll say something to the effect of like,
it is very true, yes. That is my old master. And then I was transferred over to another stolen and
he begins to like go on and on and on. And Biddy Brittlebone says, silence again, and it zaps the shit out of it again. And Biddy Brittlebones will say, I do grow tired of this orb's constant chatter. I have learned what I need from it. I can make a simple trade. And Valin will say, well, I have this fucking pearl of power, I guess. And the fucking witch will be like, gravy, and they make the exchange, I guess.
What's a pearl of power do again?
It gives you like a spell slot. Yeah. It's not super powerful, but
It's pretty nice to have if
it's
you're a
useful,
wizard.
yeah.
Burned it, so
Yep, it's gone now.
Didn't we get that from the first ice hag?
No, we got that from the Veerbigler. It was one of the curse things from the ragged captains, but it was
but
cursed.
she removed
so-
the curse from it.
Right.
So it's like an ancient reggae artifact. Oh, okay. Well, that seems nicer to the hag, I think.
Yeah. I do kind of find it funny that they're just trading like different size circles.
Orbs, yeah. So that'll happen.
Magical
And
pogs.
Your circle is large.
Pogs. So Valin is like super stoked to have her shit back, and she like takes it and it's like super happy. And the orb is like, oh yes, madam. Well, this is what has happened to me so far. And he like does this whole spiel. But Biddy Brittlebones will say, so we have an accord then. Nothing more, nothing less. I tell you how to remove your lycanthropy, and you retrieve an ice troll's heart for me.
We have an understanding.
Suppose that's our lot.
She's looking at Quintus.
Quintus.
You seem to have an
Might
interest in
you-
magic. Or yeah, what do you say?
might
Do we
you
have a deal?
add us-
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you think you should also mention maybe not saying anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to sweet pot and to get a bit more out of it. You seem to have an interest, and now back to the hag. You seem to have an interest in magic items, so how about one from ancient Netheril? And you tell us where to find this ice troll and make no mention of us.
What do you have, dearie?
I will produce the potion of minor illusion.
Interesting. She will examine it. And she sticks out her hand. Do you give it to her?
Yeah.
She will examine it. Sort of pop this cork. Make a persuasion check. I have no love for the children of Orl anyways. My relationship with the Frostmaiden is far more intimate. I will not mention this to any. Not even the maiden herself. But as I said, last I saw the troll, he's on the... If it was in quadrants, he'd be like the northwest quadrant.
Okay. All right, well then, I accept the deal.
Very well, she'll say. And I think she's just gonna cast a Gesh spell on you. I don't think she's gonna need you to Yeah, it's like a rudimentary sort of gesh spell. So she'll wave her hands around or her staff, right? And slam it down on the ground, and sort of snowflakes flit around you and circle around you, and you are now like basically under a gesh spell. It's sort of similar. It's basically like you're bound to do what you're gonna do, and she's bound to do what she's gonna do.
All right then. Let's find a graveyard.
Good luck, dearies.
And sorry, before, did she say that the troll was in the Garden of Death?
Yep. I think that's what it's called. I can double check my notes here. Yep, Garden of Death. Yep.
That's cool.
Okay. Anything else you want to know from Bitty Brittle Bones? Bitty Brittle Bones?
Like an auctioneer.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Not trying to push our luck.
The frozen sort of corpses on the wall. You give a quick glance at them as you exit back out of the cabin.
Our
And the
stomach grumbles a little bit.
yeah.
Sees it.
And the floating eyes sort of follow you out. Okay. You guys exit off the ship safely as it creaks and cracks under your footsteps.
You do not understand how very elated I am, if I had emotions, that you have rescued me.
I cast Witch Bolt on it.
Shit, man.
Silence!
Zoppo, Garden of Death. Which way?
Northwest quadrant.
So I guess just north.
Yeah, so Sopo didn't join you because he was too freaked out by Bitty Brittle Bones. But if you ask him about it, and you say, Sopo knows.
Lead the way. We're on the clock.
What do you know?
You'd be very
Valen-
helpful if you took us there.
Valin will hold the orb up in the air, hold it there for a moment, and let go of it, and it floats. And it will sort of slightly orbit her as it floats beside her. While you walk, it will say, cool. We'll say,
I don't believe we've been properly introduced. I am Professor Scant.
Okay, we'll have time for introductions later.
But I...
and Valin is like, hush now, it's okay. You can tell he really likes to talk. He's a talkative guy.
And he doesn't have a mute, I presume?
Okay. So you guys want to head towards the Garden of Death, huh?
Oh yeah.
Sounds lovely this time of year.
Yep, that sounds like a great place to head. Why don't we take a quick break?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey, is Eric here? Eric, are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
Buddy? How's it going, bud?
Pretty good.
You having a good time?
Yeah, man.
Just chilling.
Didn't
Are you
expect
playing? You playing Baldur's Gate?
Mm-mm.
Oh, cool.
Didn't expect to see a hag here. No.
Yep. Going well. I'm having fun.
Well worth the wait, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. I'm having a good time. So I just finished off Cazador.
Who did you? Well, did you make
I-
Asterion?
I did not. I really, really, really was tempted though, because my paladin is like, should I release all of those other guys? And I didn't know, but like, I don't know, like, if Asterion could make it out, then I give hope to everybody else. But like, my paladin really wanted to like just kill them all, but then that would make Asterion kind of evil. So I don't know.
That's a lot of hope.
That's a tough choice, man. It's a tough choice. I'm definitely not gonna make that choice next time.
Yeah, I like that they really don't put the goody two shoes option in.
No, not at all. My next thing is House of Hope. I'm doing that like when we get off, probably.
Oh fuck, you're gonna like that. You're gonna
Yeah,
like that
I'm max level. I got all these magic stuff. Like, I stomped on Cazador, stomped on him. Like annihilated him. So, like now the combats are getting easy.
Yeah, Raphael. It depends how it goes. It can either, if you get lucky, it can go pretty easy. But it can.
Because here's the
very
thing:
well-
all of those things so far are like things I can take. Right, the undead,
Yeah.
right, like Thorm, right, and then I've had to fight undead again with this Cazador, right, and then I'm about to go to the House of Hope, which is the fiends. Which are all good for me, but then I still haven't done Orin. That's her name, Orin.
Orin, yeah.
Yeah, she's next.
No.
She's next, and then I'm gonna go disable the steel defenders, and then that'll be me.
Yeah, you're really fucking close.
Yeah, but I've decided to. Yeah, well, no, I'm gonna try the one guy, you know. Out of the three, I've like decided that I'm gonna let him live the longest.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
first playthrough.
it seems easier to let him live the longest.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Are
the
you guys
other one
talking
is-
about Baldur's Gate 3 again?
No.
What else would we
Obviously.
be talking about?
Oh, dude, I don't know what you guys are saying about don't let Volo touch you with the ice pick. That was awesome.
Yeah, right. I told you.
Everyone's like, don't let Volo anywhere near you. I totally let him near me, and it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
permanency,
great.
invisibility.
yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I did
Welcome
not.
to the One Eye Club.
Yeah, I should have taken it.
Well, that's what
Then
happens
you'll
if
show
you
me
make
the
the
way.
deal with the hag.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
hag
That's a
one's
good
not as
question.
good.
Can you do Volo and the Hag?
No,
You-
because if you do Volo
Ah.
first, she's like, "Well, you don't have any eyes to trade."
Huh.
Hmm.
I didn't let him take anything from me. I'm doing the goodiest two shoes fucking playthrough, like all of the
That's
good bonuses and
what I'm
shit that you could get from stuff. Although I did get Leviatar's love from the.
You got
that barely counts.
Yeah,
That's fine.
That was totally consensual. There's nothing evil about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I saved before I did it to see what it did. It has zero impact other than like a boon. You know,
Yeah,
so I was
a
like,
nice
oh,
buff.
fuck it.
Although
Yeah.
if your character ever dies and you use a res scroll on them, the buff goes away.
Really? I've only had one character die so far. I usually just restart the fight if somebody
Yes,
dies.
honestly, same.
Yeah.
I don't
Is there,
think you
like,
can accept
different-
this in this campaign, Jay. If your guys say, "Yeah, can we just load back from the last save?"
Yeah, right.
Eh.
All right, Quintus died. F9. Or is it F8 in this one?
If it's F8, you fool.
Yeah. Well, because it's F9 in every other game ever made, and then they're like, no, we're gonna make it F8. Fuck
So
you.
I
Why do they
watch.
do it in Europe?
So I watch on
That makes
YouTube
sense.
a lot. I do like I watch people play Skyrim or Fallout or something with some weird challenge, right? Where they like can only use a fucking knife, and that's the whole like a butter knife the whole playthrough or
Mhm.
stuff like that, right? And I was thinking what would be a really great Baldur's Gate one is if you only ever click the top option on the voices. You know, like everything you say, you only
hit
ever
one.
click you only ever click one the whole playthrough. And
Is
just
it
see
one
what
like
happens.
usually the goody two shoes
Yeah,
option though?
usually
It's
yeah,
that
and
or
then-
the dirge. It's ooh. It can get
yeah,
real
I
bad
think like
real
your
fast.
background choice if you're playing an origin character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you could do like or all because the bottom one's always the
Do
bad
all
one.
three. Like that's like the asshole one.
Yeah.
Do the dark urge and then always hit one.
Dude,
Yeah.
I want to like that
Fail
sounds
all
so
your
fun.
wisdom saving throws.
That sounds so
Yeah.
fun. Like I just want to do playthroughs where we just like fuck with it in some weird way because I
Yeah.
beat it once, so now I can like cheat the system a little bit, you know?
I'll send you a YouTube video of a guy beating the game at Act 1, at level 1 on Tactician.
Oh shit!
And yeah, he's just using barrelmancy.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did you
did see
see-
the guy.
Do you see the guy that beat the Act
Goblin
2
Camp?
boss?
Oh no.
No, the Act 2
Yeah.
boss using gold. He beat him with economics.
Oh yeah.
That was
Fucking
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah,
didn't see that.
there's a weapon that does damage based on how much gold the target
Yeah,
is
yeah,
carrying.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've
So
seen
where
it.
you reverse pickpocketed the final
right.
boss of Act 2, and then just hit him in one shot.
That is crazy.
I
That
also
is
It was
hilarious.
pretty funny.
There's a video of there's like a series of videos of a guy doing speed runs to have sex with Lizelle, and he's gotten it down to 2 minutes off the Nautiloid.
Dude, that's I know, dude. That's so wild. Did you guys see that
They
meme I
got
posted where
speedruns
she
to
wants
beat the
to fuck
game
you so bad?
in
What's
like
that name?
6 minutes, I think.
To
I
beat the
seen
game?
they got speed runs in like 6 minutes to beat the game, like finish.
That's
do you
got to
do
be with
that?
like bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's,
yeah,
it's the,
yeah,
it's the
it's
technical
bugs.
quote unquote ending. You can get early.
Oh, you just
Oh,
fucking kill Gale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gale. Yeah.
It's technically over.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, I wonder what happens when you do that.
I love the fact that it's a fucking cantrip you can cast anytime. Because
It's
I
always
definitely-
there. Sometimes I'm scared I'm gonna click on it.
Yeah, I did that once.
I've never seen what happens. I'm too
I'm
scared.
tempted. I've been like tempted several times to click it, and I just never have because
I am too scared. On my next playthrough, I'm gonna do all the fucked up shit. I'm gonna like be a fucking asshole.
Oh, here,
but
yeah.
I'm
We'll just give you this tactical nuke to carry with you through the entire Act 3. Great.
I mean, if you click it, it's a game over.
Yeah, everybody's dead. Well, you got to get everybody out and then separate Gale
yeah.
and put him somewhere and then hit it. I did see a guy that like went through the whole like first act and collected all the fire wine barrels and the entire fucking area and then put it all in the goblin camp like dominoed like all the way around.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
that one.
and just blew up the whole fucking camp. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's fucking
Kill
crazy.
all the goblins, one
Yeah,
firebolt.
dude, and his computer must have crashed, dude. There's no fucking way. It slows down when you light 2 or 3 of them on fire. This dude had like 70 something barrels out.
I'm tempted to do a necromancy playthrough because one guy showed you can collect
It is
bodies
very
into
powerful.
bags, and you can just like carry around fucking dead
Oh, yeah.
bodies and just
Yeah.
spawn zombies. That looks really fun.
Yeah, I did know you could pick up bodies because their little picture shows up in your inventory.
Yeah, and you can send them to camp like an item, so you can have hundreds of zombies possibly anytime you want. It's amazing.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, and then you unlock the Necronomicon, the Necromancy of Thay, and that gives you more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a viable playthrough for sure. I mean, basically anything is a viable playthrough. I'm stoked. This game is fucking awesome.
And that's why I played a human fighter.
Anything your dreams could imagine, human fighter, immediately human fighter.
Yeah, I do find it kind of funny that like the fighter specific dialogue options are mostly there to let you skip combat.
That's wild. That's wild. I did not know that.
If only there was a way to play Baldur's Gate 3 in real life, guys.
Exactly.
Sorry, Chris.
Okay. All right. So, where to next?
North to the
Zappo,
Garden
lead
of
us
Death,
north.
right?
Mhm.
All right. So you guys start to head upwards. As you do, you encounter another ice sculpture garden. Very similar to the last one, but definitely different. It is both awe-inspiring and eerie simultaneously. Just knowing that the Frostmaiden herself handcrafted these sculptures sort of puts this pit in your stomach, but looking at it is absolutely beautiful. Just the way that the sort of moonlight and stars reflect off of the surfaces, this sort of glassy surfaces. It is absolutely beautiful. You guys want to do anything in the garden? Smash all the statues? Someone says, smash them, smash them.
No, don't touch anything.
All right, so you guys continue.
Smash them.
You guys continue on your way northward. You get to be about here, and the sort of wide, the landscape here sort of flattens out, right? And you can, and you're like up against the edge of the mountain, right? So it's like mountainous to your right, and then this sort of valley, flat sort of tundra ahead. And just about as far as you can see, sticking out of the ground are dozens upon dozens of frost giant skeletons, sort of bones frozen in the ground, like a above ground sort of graveyard, like some sort of battlefield. There's like giant weapons that are lodged into the corpses, that have rusted and frozen over. Little flags, sort of tattered flags, frozen stiff, sort of sprawl out ahead of you. Sopo leads you around them carefully.
Well, if that's not the Garden of Death, I'm not sure what is.
It's not. You get to be about here. You see this circle thing? Ahead of you is a stone wall that encapsulates this sort of circular shape, right? Maybe more like an oval. There are no entrances or exits to this sort of circular wall. It stands to be about, I don't know, maybe 20 feet tall. So it's the height of like a giant, that sort of encompasses this entire area, all covered in frost and little fucking lichen and stuff that would grow in the tundra. And Sopo will explain, this is it.
Do I see corpses?
It is a 20-foot high wall.
Totally
like-
all solid.
It's like completely solid, can't see
From
it.
where you can see, yes. Stone. It's stone. I'm sorry. It's a stone wall covered in ice. You can sort of investigate the perimeter if you wish. So you guys start to follow it around, and maybe a couple minutes, you do see a section where the wall has caved and crumbled inwards. Beyond it, you see, like I described before, the Ice Witch from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, how she has like a whole bunch of frozen things. It's that. There are like corpses, dozens upon dozens upon dozens of them. Like, I'm talking like, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 of them. All sort of scattered around this inside of this area. All in different states of horror, or curled up and dead, standing up, laying down. A bunch of different corpses. Bunches and bunches and bunches of them.
See why they call it the Garden of Death.
Sopo will say, This is where Frostmaiden keeps all that die on her island.
She missed one.
Did she?
Or hadn't collected it yet.
A point to Ness.
Oh, I think- wow. Why would a frost troll be in a garden where the frost maiden keeps all the things that died?
Well, there's usually groundskeeper to tend the garden, right?
Who cares why it's here? Let's go in and find it and kill it.
Wow.
Alright.
Let's just hurry up.
You guys want to make your way in?
If there's not any objections, I'll start to pet in cautiously.
Absolutely. As you sort of head in, I need everybody to make a perception check. Wow. Fucking Quintus, Illican, and Sapphira. So you guys start to walk in, right? And you're looking around and seeing all these different corpses. Some of them appear to be pirates, sailors. Some of them appear to be adventurers, wielding swords or something, tucked in wizards. Others appear to be frost druids. Similar to, what's the one you met that one time in the moon place?
Ravison.
Ravison, very similar to Ravison. There's even a couple of children. As you guys sort of walk through this dense sort of field of corpses, and some of them are standing, some of them are laying down. I mean, they're all over the place. Was it 12? Quintus, you're not surprised. Sapphira's not surprised. Illican is not surprised.
Surprise.
As sort of shifting through the corpses, you notice the frost troll. That sort of emerges to attack. Actually, I'll say everyone's not surprised because you were expecting.
Cool.
Let me show you what a frost troll looks like. He's got this sort of fucker. What do they call it? Ice troll? Ice troll. What it's called. Yeah. So I'm sure all of you have seen a troll before. They are like big, green. So you got sort of hunched back, really long arms. This one looks like similar, right? It's got this sort of bluish tinted skin with these elongated claws, and it differs by having tusks that come out the bottom of his mouth, and he's covered in patches of fur, similar to like that of a yeti, right? With like legs, arms, a mane. He looks like this.
Oh, we can take this thing.
Yeah, definitely. Let me pull you guys over to the map. And I'll put some tokens out.
Cool.
You guys can put yourselves wherever you want to be. I guess I need a zombie.
Oh, where am I?
Oh, sorry.
I'd probably be somewhere near the back.
There
I'll
he
say,
is.
get back there, bud.
Yeah, I'm not near the front. Fuck that.
Oh, I don't have a zombie on here yet.
Huh, I guess we haven't fought any zombies.
Nope. Not a regular one. This would be villain zombie. There's villain, shield guardian. There's Gabar, Sonar. All right, and here's the ice troll. We'll say he's here. Okay. Now I'll go over here. Excuse me one moment. And let us roll initiative.
Let's do it. Nice. Oh, sweet baby.
8. Boo.
Sweet baby boy.
26. Is that with the D8? Yeah.
Yeah, I got the full 8 too. That might be the fast time. Thank you, Alacrity.
Oh, anybody within my aura gets a +3, so I get a
Oh
my
sweet
God.
baby.
9 initiative.
29.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even
Fast
know if
as
you
fuck,
needed it,
boy.
but here you go.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
All right, so speaking of fast as fuck, boy, this thing just fucking comes out, right? And you can see that in one of his hands is a broken off arm of one of these corpses.
Stay away from the chest.
I think my token wasn't selected somehow. Oh, there we go. I'll move it back to 7.
Okay. All right. Big Smile, you're up first.
Still
Shocking.
Yeah, I'm gonna parry around here real quick. And give
Hey,
him
wait a minute.
Oh.
Nope, not yet. Where did you start? Over here?
Yeah.
You're good. I need to change this to a square. Yeah. All right, go ahead. As you get close to this thing, you can feel its body radiating cold.
Ooh.
You sort of swipe, slide around it, and it grows and reaches down towards you.
Yeah. I already know this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
Oh, too cold.
Yep,
Go for the
misses.
kidneys. We don't need those.
It doesn't miss. You just punch it, and it's like hitting a block of ice.
Yeah, that really sucked. So I will do the exact same thing again.
Okay. Also
Oh.
misses.
My God.
You weren't kidding about the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So you punch him one time in the leg, right? And he'll reach around and backhand the shit out of you. And you miss on the second one.
Fuck. Bonus action. One more punch here.
That misses as well.
Damn. I am going to stop the bleeding here. He's cold and he's hard. I don't know what you want to try, but I can keep him busy.
Okay. That's your turn?
Unfortunately so, yeah.
Gabar, you're up.
I'm gonna try to shoot him with my laser pistol.
Okay.
Because this thing is not something I should forget about. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Fuck yeah! So I take it, I charge it up, aim it down the sights. I've been practicing in my free time, and I let loose a shot. 19
It
damage.
lets out this blast of energy, a ray of energy that shoots out towards it. It scuffs up at the side of its shoulder. The troll rages out.
Fuck! I finally hit something. The first hit with that thing. All right. And then I'm gonna just do my due diligence and hide behind Illiken. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, V, you're up.
Alrighty. I will cast Tasha's Mind Whip. And it needs to make an intelligence save.
Oh, it rolled to the GM. I'm sorry. He got an 18. I got a natural 20.
That is a success. Unfortunate.
Yep.
Dang. That's my action. Bonus action. Not really want to do anything right now. I'll end my turn.
All right. Valen is up. She's going to cast Magic Missile at it. Can't go wrong with a Magic Missile. And she will command with her bonus action her zombie. Go attack it. Actually, no, she won't. It's too useful. But she will cast Magic Missile. I just want to say, I don't care what rules those written are. In Baldur's Gate 3, it rolls every time.
We just got in an argument with that in my offline group about how many times should you roll for Magic Missile. And
It rolls every time.
We came to the conclusion that's the right way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but your Lord and Savior...
Jeremy Crawford actually
Crawford
said that
disagreed.
rules as intended, it can go either
He
way.
does? Oh,
Yeah, he said that it can go either way.
Okay. All right, so
Isn't
that's
that the same
Valen's turn.
for Eldritch Blast. Aren't you
You
only
have to
supposed to
roll-
roll it once? Damage once?
No, because it's 2 attack
Maybe that's
rolls.
another spell.
Yeah, it's got to be good as well. All right, that's Valen's turn. Her zombie stays behind. Did I roll for the Shield Guardian? Yeah, okay. Sonar is up. Sonar will cast Sacred Flame. And Ice Troll needs to make a dex save.
Oh,
It totally succeeds. Sonar will say something to the effect of Baskin Sahanin Moonbow's power. But it fails. Now it's the Ice Troll's turn. At the start of his turn. At the start of his turn, you will see where it got lasered. The wounds stitch back together. As he heals up.
Fucking trolls.
And
Trolls, baby.
yeah, it is. And he will start his turn. All right, he's gonna make a claw attack on Big Smile. 12.
that misses.
Right, here comes another one. A 9.
Yeah, it also misses. I
All
can.
right, well, he'll throw you up towards his mouth and try to bite you. A 20.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
It hits.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I don't know. Could have like a crazy good.
Oh,
23 points of damage total. Oh, wait. So no, you're not. Yeah, you don't get vulnerability to cold damage. Just not resistant. Okay. So yeah, 23 total.
ouch.
Okay. Forget. See how it says +9. That's like the dice thing. Don't worry about that. It's 13. All right. Can he do anything else? Yeah.
Thank you, Morning Lord.
He's gonna move over 1. You're gonna attack of opportunity.
Fuck you.
That hits.
Finally. 9 bludgeoning. Magical bludgeoning.
9. All right. He takes the damage. Sapphira, you start the turn within 10 feet of him. So because you started your turn within 10 feet of him,
Gotta make a save.
no, you just take 3d6 cold damage.
Right, yeah.
But you're resistant, so
All right, let me roll that.
I got it.
Okay. Shit.
11 halved 5.
5. Yep.
You take 5 points of cold
Okay.
damage as it just radiating this aura of cold.
I'm like taking that to the most. I'm like essentially taking that damage, looking this guy in the eyes, and I'll say, "You've just entered the Sapphire Austin zone," and I'm gonna go straight up at him.
All right.
Just striking twice with the crystal edge.
Mm-hmm. Miss.
That's a miss.
Mhm.
Hold on. All right, and then one more. 23.
That hits.
I'm gonna do a smite against that.
Okay.
Yeah, just a first level smite because I'm kind of
Okay.
low on supplemental spells. 2d8.
All right.
Yeah,
He still looks fantastic.
that's fine. I'm gonna use my. I'm actually just for the fuck of it. I'm gonna use my my bonus action to do the Murder Stone. I know
Okay.
it's not really gonna help much, but you know it might.
All right, that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm
What
holding
does?
still.
You're muted.
I'm just going to cast mirror image on myself
Mhm.
and retreat back towards this wall.
All right, sounds good.
Slump against it.
That's the end of your turn.
Mhm.
Illican.
Pelican will charge forth and unleash some primal savagery on this lad.
Okay.
16 to
That
hit.
just hits.
All right, 13 acid.
Okay, so here's what happens. You slash at it with this acid in your claws, right? And you've noticed when Sapphira ran up on it and cut it with the crystal edge, the blade sharpened and did its like divine smite thing, right? And when it did, you notice the wounds start to stitch back together, right? And you notice when everyone else has attacked it, its wounds start to heal back, right? But when you slash at it with the acid, it melts its flesh away and does not heal back.
Nice.
Nice.
There it is. All right, Illican will stand firm in this position. That'll be my turn.
All right. It's now the Shield Guardian's turn. Shield Guardian jumps into action. I think he can make it there. Anyways, doesn't really matter. And he's gonna start fighting this thing.
Nice.
All right, a miss and a hit. Oh no, he has 2 hits. That's 24 damage. Woo-wee! All right, this thing still looks good, but it's obviously it's got a lot of health. But it, you know, the Shield Guardian runs up, punches it in its face, right, and it reels back, and now it's like 2 similarly sized creatures fighting each other. All right, the Shield Guardian's turn. Next up, Big Smile. You started your turn in the aura.
10 feet. Yep.
9 damage.
Ooh, man.
I remember your short rests don't heal you up very good either.
Yeah, I don't love this. Move into flanking position.
Yep.
And let's let a couple punches rip. I think I know where to hit him now. I've felt him out a little bit.
That hits. Just hits. Oh, wait, the acid damage was halved. How much was that?
6. Or add back 7.
Yeah. Okay. That just hits.
Glancing blow.
Yeah, glancing blow for 4.
Okay, 4.
Mhm.
And then second attack.
That hits.
21. And
Yep.
third attack. Ah, there it is.
Woo!
He's crushed. He's wobbly.
11.
Okay, so 4 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage. 13 total.
I got the total.
Okay, beauty. And I will burn a key point on this last one to try and stun him. Con 15.
Oh, it's pretty good at those. What is it, con? What? DC 15?
1-5, yep.
Oh my god! He fails.
Oh, now I know where to get him.
This
I'm just
motherfucker's got a +6.
feeling him out round 1, and there's one little fleshy spot right above
His
that
fucking
kidney.
con modifier is his con is a 22.
Oh,
You got him.
Win some, lose some, man.
big tree fall hard.
Yeah. Damn, he's stunned, huh? So he can't move.
Can't do nothing.
Can't do shit.
Dude,
Ah.
shit.
I was really excited for him to do stuff. All right.
Goddamn monks ruining all the fun.
Yeah. All right. So that's your turn.
That's it, baby.
All right. You punch him a couple of times, right? And he takes takes the damage, right? And then the next time you jump up in the air and punch him right in the spine, right? Because he's not facing you, he's facing the shield guardian. So you punch him right in the spine and you hear something snap.
Yeah.
It would completely break his spine where he'd be paralyzed, but because of his regeneration, he can still move. But right now he's stunned as it's regenerating.
Gotcha.
Big smile. Or Gabar, you're up. Sorry.
I mean, I was gonna cast slow, but I don't need to anymore. So I will.
Got any fire or acid?
No, I was looking through that. You know what? Yeah, I got.
Test
I'm gonna
Test
bust
strike.
test strike out. Yeah. That doesn't actually do the damage, I guess. So 25 to hit.
Definitely hits.
So acid, cold, fires in the second bit, and then non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and
Okay,
slash.
so he takes 5 damage. He is immune to cold.
Okay.
And that pops up.
Okay.
But the acid and the fire both do like significant damage to him.
Yeah, he doesn't regenerate those points,
No.
it feels. All right.
No, I mean he
I'm
doesn't
just gonna-
regenerate at all at the start of his turn if he takes fire or acid damage. That
Yeah,
way.
I mean, I'll just
That's
I'll
like
point that
super
out.
fucking convenient spell. You only have to do 1 point of either of those damages for him to not regenerate at all that turn.
Oh shit! I'm just gonna
Yeah.
spam this spell on this guy.
Yeah,
then.
it's really convenient spell.
All right, perfect. That will end my turn.
All right. V, you're up.
Alrighty. So, since he is stunned for now, I'm going to aid in whoever else wants to cast a spell and cast a mind sliver on him.
Okay.
And that is going to be an intelligence save.
God, he sucks at those.
Didn't
He's 1 for 1 so far.
5.
all right, he takes 9 psychic. And the next saving throw he makes, he has to subtract a 1d4.
Okay, remind me.
I will.
All right. Valen will just hit him with a magic missile again. She doesn't want to use any of her slots. She used big ones already. Nine damage. All right, you guys are starting to see some wear and tear on this guy. He's not bloodied yet, but good Lord have mercy if he's taken some damage. Okay, that's Valen's turn. Sonar, I guess Sonar will do the same thing. Yep, now it's a success. Six. All right. Next in the order is the Ice Troll,
Who does nothing, right?
who does nothing. Sapphira, you take 3d6.
Who's on that? There we go.
You take 6 points of cold
6.
damage.
6. Okay. Hold on.
And you may take your turn.
8, 6. Okay. Cool. I will do a Crystal Edge. Wow! 19.
That hits.
And wow! 16.
That glancing blows.
Okay, I will do a smite once again.
The
Second
first one.
level, the first level,
Yep,
for the
on
first one.
Yeah. For the first one.
Four.
Okay.
So that's a total of 15 plus 4, 19 damage.
I got it. I got it all written down. He is. Wait. He's blood. Yeah. He's past bloodied now. I think he was past bloodied a second ago. But he's bloodied now.
All right.
It's like this blue colored blood is dripping out of his mouth, and he's just throwing his arms around. Oh wait, he's paralyzed, so he's just fucking frozen up.
That's all right. I got your number, bitch. That's gonna be my turn.
All right, Quintus.
Okay, I'm just going to say, like, sequestered here like a rabid dog, not even oral respects you, and just vicious mockery him.
All right, whiz save.
Yep.
Nice.
How much damage is that? All right.
4.
The 1d4 would have went away on that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I also just sent you something real quick, Jay.
Yeah, I know
if it
about
takes- Okay,
I know
cool.
about that, but that's it's optional.
Yeah, just if you wanted to, because it's fun.
Nah, yeah. I would have. I wasn't super prepared for this fight, so
Yeah,
we're just gonna run it as is.
All right. That's all my
Alrighty.
turn.
All right, Illican, you take 3d6. 13.
Man, you've been rolling good on this.
What is that again? The 13?
Cold damage,
Oh, the cold, that's right.
and you're not resistant.
I am not, unfortunately. Okay, but I will continue my assault.
It. Jesus.
Listen,
All right, he's
at
looking
advantage,
real
bro.
bad.
I'm
Oh,
reaching
at
for his
advantage.
heart.
Go for
I'm
the
At
reaching
crit.
for his
advantage.
chest.
At
Oh,
advantage.
oh, wait. Oh, the crit? Really?
Yeah, crit fishing.
Wait, how do I add the crit again?
Just
No,
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 like
just-
roll again. See if you crit. You have advantage.
Oh, like just another straight up.
Yeah,
Just on the
Okay.
off chance it is a crit.
yeah. Oh, that would mean that Sapphira had advantage too.
No, I see now.
Sapphira, roll me 2 more attacks.
Okay. Yep, I'll do that. Shit, where is it? There we go. Crystal Edge.
Okay. All right. That was a mess anyways. One more? Okay, we're good. All right.
Okay.
Illican, you slash out at it again. And this time you tear part of its flesh off of its chest, right? And it's like severely wounded.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see if the shield guardian can pop it off.
Shield Guardian's gonna deck it in the face with advantage 2 times. Both hit.
Oh. Absolutely gorgeous.
Just fucking rock its jaw off its face. Like he fucking snaps
Oh,
this
damn.
thing's jaw loose off of it, right? It's not like it goes flying, but it like cracks its jaw. Where it's like hanging limp and it's I'm screaming out. All right, big smile. It's still stunned.
Yeah.
Sounds so
Let's-
disappointed.
Let's just pump
Yep.
into this guy. Oh, shit.
Miss.
That's
First one
embarrassing.
hits. Got
Got a little
all right.
cocky there.
Roll 6. How do you want to do this?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh wait, you take 3d6 damage.
Damn it.
I didn't forget. 10.
Ouch. I think as he's close, like the sweat on Big Small's arms is like freezing as he's punching. So he's like breaking from the ice and just bringing down this hammer of a frozen meaty fucking fist that's just like turning it into pulp. It's not like a good clean smack. It's
Right.
just kind of pulpy.
Yeah, and he cripples to the ground and you start decking into him. And because of that acid damage that he just did to him, he's not going to regenerate anytime soon. However, after a moment, when things start to calm, he starts to regenerate again. So you guys need to you need to fucking either consistently pour acid all over him or burn him or
I
something.
mean,
You
I
gotta
can
do
just
something.
keep doing test strike.
All right,
Yeah,
so you hit
anybody
him.
got a
Blam,
torch
hit him
you can
again
just
with the
light
tech
under
strike.
him?
Well, what
Spamming
about the
primal
heart?
savagery. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
the heart.
Light a
Someone-
torch under his legs, or while we cut out his heart.
I'll
Yeah.
keep the
Well, I
wound
mean,
open with
Gabar's gonna
acid.
keep throwing test
Yeah,
strike
I'm
at
just
him.
literally I'm point blank, like
Yeah.
execution style, just standing over him, be like, "Will you fucking hurry up?"
All right,
should
And
just
so
take it.
Illiken's like holding open the chest with his claws while Gabar's just like shooting the acid globules.
all right,
in
so
there.
how are we doing this?
You seem best suited for this, Illiken.
Yeah, I can at least like cave in the chest cavity for you, Illiken, and if you want to do like the delicate bits.
Yeah, with his long primal savagery claws, he will reach in.
Okay,
And
I need you
try
to make a survival check in order to
I got a
make
lot riding on this. Don't fuck it up, and I want to give him bardic inspiration.
it. Okay, add the bardic inspiration to it real quick for me.
D8.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's just enough. All right, so
Ooh.
I was doing a DC 20, so to get it perfect. So once you remove the troll's heart, so you stick your hand in there, and there's all this blue blood sort of pooling out of it, and you try to clear out some of the blood, and you find the troll's heart, right? And you start to carefully sort of cup it, carve around it, cut out some of those tubes, and as you do, it squirts blood out everywhere, and the blood is ice cold, right? Like it's like freezing as soon as it touches your hand. So you're having to fucking constantly use this acid to sort of melt it away. But you reach in and pop the heart out. And when that happens, the troll is no more. So you can quit test striking it. It's fine.
My hand was getting tired.
Yep. So in your hand, there is what once was a heart, right? Beating, fleshy muscle, right? But once it is removed, it begins to crystallize with like a coat, an icy coat all the way around it, right? And now it is this sort of hard, almost like a stone in the shape of a heart.
What a metaphor.
Bring this back and be over with this business.
Gabar, can you make an Arcana check for me? And I'll give you advantage because Valen wants to help. Sweet. You know, now that you've sort of thought about it for a moment, that ice troll hearts are very magical. They have many properties that can be used alchemically as well as just by itself. For example, if you eat the heart, you can regenerate. You get like the ability to regenerate health, right? If you bury the heart underground, it gives you the power to summon an extremely powerful blizzard.
These kind of one-time dealios, or
Also, in the hands of a hag, it can do many other unique things. It can also be used to create a potion of cold resistance.
Interesting.
But in the hands of a hag, they can actually do some weird magic to it to make it do even more powerful stuff.
well, Quintus, if you don't mind, keeping the lycanthropy, then we can do some pretty good stuff with this heart.
Good one. Let's get moving.
Fuck, all right. Just flow in our options.
Gabar's a wizard. He's got to at least ask
I
once.
just gotta ask. I mean,
All
we
right.
did offer to maybe throw Nasa's ghost into Valin's body, so it's not like the worst thing that I've asked today.
All right. You guys want to head back towards Bitty Brittlebones?
Yes.
Let's
Before
do
we
it.
leave, you mentioned we don't get like hit die anymore, right?
Mm-mm. You just get your con mod.
Do martial arts die count as hit die?
No.
Damn it.
Wait, what?
Oh, no. That should be
No,
fine.
this is fine. Yeah. This is channeling your key. It's different.
Okay. I'm gonna burn a couple key spots then, because I'm
Yeah.
below half.
No problem.
I'll toss you a healing word as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this twice.
We'll wait for his healing word to see how that does you.
Okay.
You might not have to burn that many.
And I can give you
Nice.
some lay on hands if you need it.
Illican's looking rough and tumble too.
He can heal himself.
Which I probably should do.
Quintus, your lycanthropy is showing.
I feel like it has been for the past like 4 sessions now.
Ice fine.
Been going on for a while.
All right.
And
Everybody's
actually
heal-
taking a short rest though, right? This is just
No, he just burns an action to do it. Yeah.
okay. I'm just making sure.
All right. So you guys ready to start heading back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to handle that next session, or do you want her to tell you what to do and then we'll end it?
Let's get right to the hag's house and then end
Yeah,
it.
why don't we
Right
talk
out the
to her?
front door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to her, or you want to get to the front door?
I want to get to the front door. No, don't talk to her yet though.
Okay. All
Why?
right. Then you-
It's a good cliffhanger to end on.
All right. That's fine. So we make. No, I want to tell you. It'd be better to end it on this.
Why did you ask for
Vetoed.
feedback if you already made up your mind?
You already made up your mind here.
You know when
I'll
you
be
flip a
quick.
coin and you're like, now I know the thing I really want.
Actually, never mind that.
That was
so-
just a courtesy ask.
So yeah. So you guys can make the journey back, no problem. However, I think I want another check for the resisting the cold.
All right, give me a
Whoever's in
moment.
my aura gets a +3.
Well, I'm in your aura now.
No. With this. Oh, how long does your boar last?
Get a +3.
Oh, all 24 hours.
All right, you can be hugging him and get advantage.
Ooh.
Okay, both succeed. So you guys make your way back to the eerie home of Billy Brittlebone. And as you sort of creak your way onto her ship, you open the door and you find her again sitting in this chair. And one of her eyes opens and it glows this sort of blue glow, and an eye appears. Right? She'll say, "Don't tell me you arrived empty-handed."
We wouldn't have come back in that case.
Give it to me.
Pelican will. I mean, it's like stone, right? He probably shouldn't throw it.
Yeah, don't throw it. Yeah.
All right, he will carefully remove it from his pack, and
Yeah.
with 2 hands, he'll take it over.
As she reaches out and grabs it, these elongated black claws sort of graze your hand, and it's freezing cold to the touch, right? As you know, it sends shivers down your spine as she reaches and grabs for the heart and brings it close to her. Very good. Very good. Now, for my end of the bargain. This type of lycanthropy is old. It's not like It's not been passed down from lycanthrope to lycanthrope to lycanthrope over generations. It is from the source. And in order to remove such an affliction, one must kill the alpha.
God damn it.
Fucking told the Sahir that, and she said no.
She didn't know. She had no fucking clue.
The alpha as in the alpha of the tribe, or the alpha as
No,
in God?
As in dude's dad.
The first person to have contracted this lycanthropy, it was bestowed. It's like a fucking gift, right? From the god of lycanthropy himself, right? This can't just be cured.
Yeah, it's like a new strain, and so
Yes.
you got to go back to the source of this
Tariq's dad
particular
is the one.
strain.
Right. It's like
Lord.
it's like vampire spawn, right? Or like
Yeah.
minor vampires. And if that's normal lycanthropy, right? It's like the vampire spawn biting other vampires. This is a vampire lord that is giving
Yeah.
you the shit. You know what I
We
mean?
straight up have to find the source of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To snuff it out.
Luke
That's
Guru or
fucked
some
up,
shit.
man.
Who's the source?
The leader of the Sadiq tribe. I forget. Mix up Sadafa and Sadiq all the time.
To
Yeah, one of
Tariq's
those.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because he got it from that right. Fuck. Oh God.
Biddy Brittlebones will say, before you leave, say, "Are you sure there's nothing else?"
It's our way we can hold off his affliction until we get to the source.
I cannot help you, but I might can help you. And she looks over at Big Smile.
What do you want with me, Hag?
You have nothing you wish to ask me?
Big Small will clutch his side and to convince himself no as he says that out loud.
Very well. I will not speak of this, but I wish not to see you again. Be gone, leave my lair. I have work to do. And she'll sort of crack and get out of her chair, as the ice cracks off of her. Her imposing figure sort of looms above you. You guys skedaddle. All right. You leave the lair of Biddy Brittlebones and continue on your journey. And that's where we're in the session.
Oh,
Now we gotta kill Tariq's dad.
With about damn time.
Well, yeah. Also, it's what, like T minus how many
7
days?
days.
7 days till we transform.
7
It's
days.
It's a 3-day ride back.
We're gonna die in 7 days.
Today is the day, so 4 days to get back, probably. That gives you 3 days to find them.
Oh god, dude. Oh shit.
We can do it.
Has Tariq given us like a exact? I don't think Tariq would have given us the exact location of where he would have been.
No, but you were in their territory, remember?
Yeah. So we
it's
know
close.
the general area to look,
Yeah.
but we can't just be wandering the tundra for a week.
Yeah,
You
no.
may, if Tariq stays,
Yeah.
if you find
him, we're
Tariq,
fine.
you can find the tribe again.
What's the range on?
Yep. The
sending.
whole that's everywhere in the world, right?
Yeah, any plane of existence.
No,
Yeah,
not any plane. This
Well,
one
yeah,
only.
Two people in the party have sending. Could one of us just go to like send to Tariq, be like, hey, while you're just sitting there enjoying your vacay, go find your dad because we're gonna kill him when we get back.
Even to other planes of existence, yeah.
you know, if Tariq can get a head start on the hunt while we're out here, you know.
Oh, that is an excellent idea.
Yeah. Write it down. Do it next session. All right, that was fun.
Gotta bust my notebook open.
We are at the island of Solstice, my friends. It only gets worse from here.
Damn.
You guys have had it pretty
Fun,
easy so
fun.
far. This is the easy stuff.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
made nothing but friends.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been trying to.
That
save myself
hag's
lots.
very reasonable.
Yeah.
Pretty good prices for a hag.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was straightforward. I
Very fair.
I still have both my eyes.
That's
And
always
you're
positive.
lycanthropy too, on top of
When
that.
encountering
Yeah.
hags.
Yeah, she will do untold. She will wreak untold havoc with the whatever she creates from that heart. But
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
You guys are like, oh, Dad, no big deal. Very reasonable. Okay. Yeah.
Blizzards for eternity.
Yeah. This the in the hands of a hag, they can do some pretty good stuff with this thing.
Man, that was sick. That was fun.
Yep.
It's good to be back.
It is going to be. We're good for next week, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
I
I
think
hate to be this guy, but I
Oh
just
my
wanted to fuck
God.
with you a little bit.
You motherfucker. You got me. You got me. That was good. All right. Well, next week it'll be even more better. What are you
Yeah,
guys
I think-
planning? What are you
I
guys
think I'm
planning
gonna-
on doing now?
Oh,
Guess we'll wait for night.
Wait for nightfall. Go to the fortress.
I mean, maybe do some recon before.
Yeah.
Short rest would be ideal at some point.
And yeah, there's 7 days until
Quintus turns.
Quintus has bad day and Illican also has pretty bad day.
Your
well,
bad days, like,
Yours is
Yeah,
a mild
good.
inconvenience.
Well, if anything, the bear will defend everyone against whatever Quintus.
That might be true. Yeah.
We'll hope
Quintus's
we don't get to that
bad
point.
day and
Yeah.
Illiken's not so great.
Quintus is gonna be out for fucking blood. Like he's gonna really fuck you guys up. But then afterwards, it's also like once he transforms, now his like demeanor is gonna change too, right? Like he's gonna be a mean son of a bitch. I mean, he's already starting.
He's gonna go join the Regans.
Maybe. Maybe. Have a bunch of voices in your head.
Cool. All right, lads. Next week.
Damn shame he didn't hear what LaVistas had to offer, though. Damn shame.
I mean, there's still time.
Damn shame. Because boy, oh boy, what a deal he had.
Not that desperate yet.
We'll wait
see.
until day
Not
6.
yet.
Yeah,
We'll see.
on the 29th, we'll see how I'm feeling.
We'll see. We'll see. All right.
All right,
Well,
boyos.
All right, that was
See
fun.
you later.
All right, I'll talk
Catch
to you
you
guys
next
in a
time,
week.
guys.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you in a
All
week.
right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Hey, buddy.